na say local phone bi na evans are na to di amomom guta local coaches no but but still na you say records no betimi a break here we are still in transfers so mo I see ofie ama see man for free na from Brokum to Doma man for Casest amankra de on de omo kan wasem mo pa but him say omuzu Brokum to Doma de mu be kakra ben no nti obetimi abo ozo no ko akire a ompe omuzu e ben de ye pa ti ye be on so da e di nkoma ano enso adie no nations nso aduana fo no be so mo skirmishes na afi wo mu fanti call every Doma aba kumase ya omuguzu a wo mu di nkoma na media mafo ni abre pa se du sana na se aduana fo ye player yo ma wia na ade a aduana fo se da bia ma no nkomo se ye no hu no omu hia wo mu league no omu pɛ ba bi mfa omu de be hyema ma wo mu pa mza hyi wo mu se du sana ntimi ama media ma ti ya be hwe so na ye du nkomo doso ho onze wafunso ana 20 Ivory Coast na me adom ene Nigeria bebo ye man nso ebebo Kivet na me adom Wednesday Wafcon TMZ feel the all angles Ghana or Glasgow Commonwealth na yuguso na MJ swimming in Nuaman de free and ye free mu baby ani that's all meda betime free your boxing no MJ ye betime bibi ona de aka ne de
swimming pool bebrebe nyina and there be a more weekend musimo ko swimming pool
but ye nya obi ama no nyina ye na mu wo internationally or ya de obetima swimming ye amaye ye bi omu kwa na ebu akam no ati mi omu swimming
but universities do standard
pool a omu ye
e binim swimming pa and am scout
and no problem no on crewman no selection ne de tournament ne bi ni o akoyese o mi nua baby on the way no cry avenue amanfo faso de tum ne ekwan o ti ni nua baby onim cry yes ye tam ni shim ye ne ko se de si ye so ka mri bi a ngofo bi ese so mu so mu central for Commonwealth games ya mu du airport bi eguzo mu questions ni atim say camera crowd onim se de sikita no
se ne twom se ka
di ya ha no talent no yenim yo ne mo nim ye ne mfa wo mu
okay
mfa wo mu
Matthias here
and any problem any problem pa
okay and ye bana ya ba be hwe ho
so kwasem ye be raw
nti eno
be raw ni do
amagana
o
Whoa, Wadrentra brand live on the show now. Yama WhatsApp line. Ewo bottom right corner. Ewo TV no so. And I say Facebook and also YouTube no so. Record a video. Manenya landscape version. My phone and none in chemu. Na a record the audio fabric. 0203682641 0203682641 and all. And I'll be far a year video no. Day afa so ejabe be bo e wo show no so ama the ya krase betimi agye no ntemu e wo show no se de be a man for consensus and no tyrese de ba no betimi anya eho anoye and so ediama muntu de mon recording from an ehwese de ne ediano so ebesi command them on ne yes na real quick yes sembra kwana no pay no ya da ABA herbal clinic can so asena me no ka say doctor ne nurses no wo mo so abadwuma offices abiamu amoba beje aya mayarese environment no enso aye serene and watch environment enso aye kama honide de wo mo so fa no kwesa say ya dia wo de ba no sa wo ba na hono ma aye bibia wo na fei so aye sakatu anya de so ho de no eno so ebebo ntie bamori ana hye no so enso emam se wa bregu so aye kase no wo so ba kwakoje wa ya resade free ABA herbal clinic enso nchesense aye glaucoma no na dunya ana se bia cataract ete ana to wane ne so aye sexual wire mre ewon pemo abra bema ana so ba wa ho de nsem no enso abafoma ba bia ba kwakoje aye anu ye aye ABA herbal clinic enso nchesense bia wo fa ana jojo say yo benkum anasa ayo nifa ewa bra stroke no enso abasa ban ABA say yen kan tro say bra wo ye bama so dia wo bana o prostate no wo ba ban say be a enlargement enso mani nyina no enso aye doctor ena shoma aye sanya do wa nyina no wo ba betu ase wo ye adwuma ewo kaso millennium inside aye dadela stop na fei wo ba kwara so adwena say me market atwo no ma pe na ABA enso wa o ye adwuma ya no wa friend number no 0541565199 na just on ebi enso ankasa ena anopay na hisense enie unum sa hisense product no de enom aye papa no wache wo benya 5-year manufacturer defect warranty ewo product no so esense ye je wudi sa je na ye to ma no aye papa ana kwa wudi koi anyare ye sa kwa kosai ene no wotena ene ntira ma 5-year manufacturer defect warranty omode ato de ma ebiem no ene se ade na wo hia ere akofie se ye living room nom ene cheso bedroom nom aye onwuma ene ade nyina no wo benya standing AC libi auto wo benya aye TV from 32-inch ade call 116-inch giant screen no aye Hisense ade washing machines nom ene smartphone nom about the gas cookers ene aye chest freezers afei wo pania kan sa water dispensers libi auto Hisense se bomori anso be call wo mu showroom beer no eba obenya bi auto abrade na wo to no so entwen kane ani p number ne 0302550000 na on Hisense and phone no and some ankasa anano pay na make am for a year again again help bambe chane ne capsules and so the amawo again and no anie where you dry no and abejo ama chesori pedano when you want them pa uyo bi asese ni mu ana eya oya anase bia no pa wodia no aye siatic entinina ewo wachi elsan dia ba eya wo to ase ba wonan kokom ene ademu etutu na se bia mu twetwa eya gan help bambe chane ne capsules anum ana babuawo amwonya support ne kama and what menstrual pains and disorders ebejai koko ana ba wani so ohonamani ana sa wani so anu so abekona fe wo yo ba what de ewompam o ya bema so a wo bete de ewompam eya gan ye ka gan na what so etose enyena enso our pharmaceutical ne herbal shops ni nyina mo number no eya 0500888830 na woni again empire for no enso anyum koma enano pay na MB aye manable fast food no hono wokwa emsa aduane de emsa abusuo na mo amoye mo programs aye this week no menim sa midweek mu tumadi ebe koso and after weekend so more programs and so ebe ni team say wedding aye engagement aye yenum and chesa parties and meetings out on nyina no enom aye manable fast food and pizza obetena office obetena fie obe pursue order aye fried rice and I said jollof rice no and also obetena pursue order do no bia opabia won sabeka we ye adwuma e wo kronom and the branches no aye nwotwe ene akire number no ye 0249030830 na on MB and some kasana Zipman Plus herbal capsules no and one year when a new one and a jaba ya system when instant obete dene aye panyai achasa Dr. Solomon Adia Dreno and some abadwa super biato and na ewo pharmaceutical no and herbal shops ni nyina mu ebeboa ma mema yo and some atimi SPSita o sa wayemre empam premature ejaculation low sperm count no and achasa bama obama background achasa ho and some sanwa wadro no aye Dr. Solomon Dia bay and no aye panyaway aye new one onum capsules ni anu pa na sa o from pa and no na chasampa why bememu and a transferring so bunny I want to so the number in here I 0245616028 now is Zipman Enkasa.
Yes, she had no draw na fe aboya emulate ne de say support immune system tia no de e be kan for the amount say wunya bi na afo no me be boa wo ya adwuma o gya ho na ntika kra bi a na wa prayer no ani so eta briwa e no che so moja no e ya na ahwe e woni pedua no ni nyina na adwuma den a wo ye no wo be regain wo energy no e ya emulate herbal supplement ne ya kantanka herbal pharmaceuticals wo mo na de ababonte FDA fue wo mo do mo stamp so aposo baby ato adro e wo man mu bia obenya bia to afefunu o makura no fo akra ne nfe dumie no kwa wo ne bia enye ye tabia company limited wo mu ere tabia takum ana babema wo betafre obanso betafre no e ma tinka eni empem eba e ma mu dimpam agudi a eno koye pa enso e de mama no e tabia takum no ana me kan for tabia ba capsules ni malaria 3D malaria draw joint DC ana afro bia wono nso okwa fichie wote ya wo yo ba bia menstrual pains ni nyina beko ye watabia ba capsules sie no eya we ya mama nko na achabo so eno so be free wode ama o mai mu ba bia wo benya bia to e pharmacy 0243686861 na wo bon komo Dr. Mensa Daruma was saying can't was a wiase no e susum e wiase e wo ho eno enuama ekoso no e dini pa hu tase enya pa na obo no ma dwuma ho ye no obia ye bi bado no nko no ono wo ya enye ye business a obia tompaboa ono nko akoton bia ni sika hye ni nyina no e je se nuama bi die chiro memfa nuama watra na mom die wo ne se brabaje sasadro na edware na be pam sa nuama ni nyina e de fro ye han ana doctor wono nso ngade aye dre a je so be je achire di na die wo ne se ne mo amon so no bone obo a wono obese ne ojai obo nso asabe okasa na numu nka e ho obi odwon so keta so wodro e ho ha wode resume meba powder banko dana wo mu kosuku a osua de a wo hu eno nso doctor aye dro kama e de amam semen man power capsule si we e bema be power mpemu a eno ejo doctor aye nature delivery o mai mu ba bia on sabe kan na mom ye okotwi na ni greens depo ana dia no hwe wudu akra ma dina zongo junction wa ye wa cancer building no ma 0244921269 na one doctor edi enkomo your router mister router life on your router tonic na 3-1 adroway aya juma yopa se utie me na no pe na malaria how adwe obu o complain sa na wode me manuma to me ntimi ne di me honam ye me basabasa wo de router mister onya no bi no ma ebe mo agina na so router live enso ma mo jade afrisani ni pedua yi mu obu ane nan ene ne nsata ne titiniti ya anansi achimi foni nyina amadro aya router live router tonic ne de no no de aye ne se typhoid no ebe ha dwen ewe ni pedua no ma dre onum bia eno so yi ade free 0244485632 na wadi unkomo Thobothek garages wonu madama na Thobothek fazamen kancho se ne anopem okai obeso ye ni ye na car no kra ne bia home use anase bia accident car ana de abepiem o man mu obeso utwa 2 weeks time o kwa mono ne back ye beto ka na tua kama o confirm go si garage bia e ma 5 years o baba na da so enso mnasi wo kai o be say obu o wa on fort diabosi ana problem abem obu onso a o be say ne ye he ne air condition e ma no obi o be so spray car ne nyina no o de bra your machine say detective problem na fe ye de fix e ama we aban djuma ye ni obu onu ma onyamre emfa ne car ne ma ya ye the drivers e be fa car no so kra no ye ntimi and drive to ya de towing car aba be fa umpewe na opede wo asase na wo ton na asembia wo uncompleted building a wo ton a eno so ya ba be to atua car na fe age na fe yanso ya ton eno eyedene ye wo akra ye wo awosi waterworks wa and ya bo aduma Kumasi in between Georgia Hotel and afa Gridco office in the street na dam na ho ane wo aye aduma 0542752252 na on the Thobothek garage company for edin COS SP2 engine oil ya kan ye betwi amana koya COS SP2 engine oil and ye be use car no say home use engine and assembly brand new and assembly diesel and petrol car ni nyina no ya de se ne ka bi wo a wo di akire nto fuchase akire wisie di akire se kumo ene ejanom aso a chase wisie nko aho ni nyina no se engine no anra ebebo na de ka nyina no se use COS SP2 engine oiler we said that we see or can to be called engine no benante kama and so mate ama obenya biato e wo mamu ba bia 0540424386 nafe what the encommon natural and company limited we madaroma o prostate no say ana respond ema system no na odun sai ba ye de wo a na me kasa no pain womu monitor okamu and womu konkran na asem bia womu namu a ko ba bi but 5 minutes bia na medwonso na wo ha dwe wo prostate na problem abem wo die a wo sorry ahomachi kra be mpredu ana wonwane ye ha dwe eye esewo na wonya proslafe no ebeboa yo true man capsules and a weak erection premature ejaculation nyina be ko na afi Congo ointment no ne no enso aye ene pompo bi na epiewa wo de fa bi faso ebe twe no enso mafi wo ana afi rashes no ati wonam na boso a e Congo 0249017101 afi wedi nkoma me dima for the Dr. Time da so wode mra ebeto so ama yade no senate obu onu ma wo ebe mfie dunie ma ware awo ntimi ma Dr. Samomre obama madro obi a stroke ede na to form ana afi osisi ane ya oya obu onso ameka say sexual weakness bema why mrempem Dr. Sabre na oma wadro Dr. wa bua kwa agogo school junction ana wa wo enkran so poko ase mayera 0244774282 na afi wedi nkoma polytank oma daruma na polytank ya since 1992 ana ja ya started na yusu ya omayimu na ya yusu ache eno ana ebua companies awodo a wo mu transu eton omo ana omo de eya reservoir enso na reserve nsuo yi ache so omo edidu omo juma omo ewo ankrankra omo ofie nsuo betwa pipe ni wasem munya ene polytank eno ano no nsuo twa still na mo nsuo a mo yusu mo ofie ntu de bedi dwuma ofie a eya polytank wo daruma wo mu ana Ghana's #1 water storage tank eno eya polytank Lawson Beverages Limited Dr. Lawson delay man beaters Bamade so delay pem kunkon na tina wagwa so Bamade so kunkon pem emo ba enso samrane eye eno eye delay man beaters eno ana bebo delay man capsules no so ya adwuma so oba wakwa afichire ana afi ade no enso arewa unya bia ebetimi agba wonu maduro na esa oya de na esa boost libido de atinke tachire de amao eno ana uwia local no so apebia no ana ya Dr. the Virgin Doctor 0248619999 na afi wadu nkoma kojak de anopa bia se ade abechi no nsia de na emse obia twene so wo akwa adwuma ahomache o kontem eso twu se ene kojaki ana babu ankrani ko school so a na kojaki a ye de no atwise no e de amom de nche so isu kojaki ne se wo sono mbia na ye tuntum bia baso ebu onso ana yellowish asa wo sene sisakala ni nyina no nya bi na isu abeboa kojak ne farmer for na de abana kojak proko no e oti na ye wo ya wonya oti no nze otifa dwa broni fa no migraine ana afi later kra na mbia code bi kra sa de no aba abejima unya bia and over 0244559597 afi wedun come 3p garlic mister and your 3p ne dia sawa woni say garlic and ya dem ayo mo complaining say ana garlic dia mempe eya na agima num ni nyina onya bia and obetimi aboa we no garlic ne yi dia gi anum na frimu amache so ya dia high blood pressure sugar level was and afi immune system e confirm nyina no e say boost 8 away in the stroke ni nyina so wanya bi be mfie be mienu bosumi ni ana na wotwe ni nyina no nya bi na anuma ebe fantini no ama ahoden enso na beno aya 3p 0248928824 na wodi nkoma currency kadro ne ye adro na ye nyina ne se nam ya de go no wanya bi wanya syphilis ana Canada wanya zara mistane ni G na 2 in 1 no wonu mani se 2 nam ya de ase enso na de man capsules ne mema dro ata se beman so mo de mokofom no eno ebetimi aboa hindi halval mister treat malaria near typhoid diabetes and after blood pressure number is 0246348334 now what in come ba Herbal Hospital and amadu Dr. Nye dompenum and after dompenum kaseno where footballer on amabu and as obia a accident and amount samabu on amabu Dr. Sabrana for on train and from on to dompenum emuma now was some country senya no ko obia when HIV and diabetes how I train wa prostate any problem ni nyina no what the abedan doctor obechima aboa doctor wa tonsu agogo ya ba agogo hospital and afa cross Printers Road 18 Junction 0244988004 now what din come ama Ghana emo papa nie ye bedi mu ya fili ama chazamu ye de bomutuo ama entinsuwa enom eye ene ama Ghana rice na wa ye jollof rice a obese yi baako mu amochiche ene fried rice no atoni ademu a mo so mo bom mo e ofie adwuma wo ye ofie de aduane a wo no aye mo de emze no ano ene ama Ghana mo no acha se Ghana ni ba enso da ho 0537029464 na fe wedding komo enem anope Alaska Adaroma wo dambe fe onuama be koye amawa emze edan no akwaje singing room bi anasem bia wo chamber ho bi be se otwam neat na eja scratch sem ekosro wo dem o pe flower bi ewo ho o pe wall papers bi blank curtains ana o pe ahye mabu sheet anasembia we de wallpaper ana wo pe designs no ya wa wo do be dre and ya day aba aroma diffuser eba ma demo so ahwemtia no ase no so ade amamia wa dum ya ne boss 7 building and again we shall circle tiptoe lane ho 0554 114878 na fe what do to my power specialist eba hospital ya ma me doctor kosu adua ya ne de ne kwam no ne ena no pe na ne no eya de to say hepatitis na fe o fatty liver no problem aba o liver no o kidney ana problem e wom obi a wanya ne ulcer na asem bia wafu no fibroid no ayaka se ni nyina ne enyini ya ma me se bra ma wadro ni nyina be na ne enso ade amaye okumasi fe ya se abosomtwe kwa no so ana afe onya du akra kwa benya ACP road ma mo watakra de warekodo e wa na GX numbers no enie yes 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 na oni amame doctor akosua aduaya abonkomo anope fancy.
Okay, well, yebana yaba be share amuzu health food. Question of the day. Mon project mami quick na yenkoso and I no pay amuzu adaro ma doctor amuzu ni amuzu health food no edro no na bebo am say odi sasra kra na ebo am skin no enso ye kan obu on mo dware wi ana na honam keka no mo safo no nyina no wodi yenkwi bisra no enso bebo awo doctor amuzu ana dia badwaso no dia otenete chese odi sasra otiase no mamuti fu nyoma bia fufu ase na amase aye hoya ne ade ho ane nyina na beko amuzu have food enye na 0242955056 Dr. Amuzu ana diaba na osi musa say Vinicius no Vini no ohwa also stay and I say also free ho. Will Vini stay at Real Madrid or leave this summer? Vini besta and also beko Basiana Madrid for no yam room. Alutamo. Yeah, we're training here. Amu bibi amonya ntem latest or couple Ghana for say
Ghana fadin cheni Pedro Madina Cruz leave and come to Chelsea for womu ya pa be aduma ma womu Benjamin Fencing say we are say on stay Madrid and odiaba we GH Mr. Hero as he should leave and no no so Argentina or day aba we and so branch friend Domain Boateng was say live from baby and and monitor as a branch no ko Arsenal and no dode aba when so kwabi benefo was we Barca fans there ye bazo ko na yasum adwie and no messenger what they about guest na PJ was say immediately as akwai and so contentum so kra enu kwa so twen Junior Alonso say onko tom as a branch a movie where Princess Rosie was he should stay Madrid and no kakra what they about Owusu Lawrence as Olivier Nafioko, His Excellency Nanaya Redu, so we need him always. Our Madrid will stay, and no I am Koma, one also the about Thread Henry Jr. and so Tressa should leave, and no Edwadiaba Kwajo Lama as he should stay. Kwajo Lama message no, I'm a fat Joseph for media, boy, ni stay above Wapa, and I feel Gabis appear. Was the ask fancy for me, please? Was me Musao Gabis?
Saying
question I'm say. Yebusa no so mi musa also mano
no mo de no mo pe omu hieska dey say betimi amana ta omu hieska dey betimi agya ne kwan
ezo mu balance sheet say they should
go dey bi na Venice anyama Madrid
wa he bibia bi
nti afi dey bi
ti won kon
ko mu kwa mu hieska o so mo be fa Enzo Enzo no yeah me Madrid on the echo
ebu aka ne sim
o so mo man bo bench Masa
ebu aka ne wadu for na to madwene mu kra
120 almost na omo dey 160 be fa Eden Hazard omo we ti grofo we no mu di dwa so ya Chelsea we wo chini pa no mu so nyina wi anom de na ma
twa se wani sha
Kukuraya so man empire bom ye
just how the tide abejo
kuku
to me mo be 2 season gra
yo okay well Francis Asiedu say on also monitor live from Milan One function designer shop. I was saying for Sukrom or say also Vinny and some stay and I'm afraid we say Vinny will stay. The Barca fans are afraid and no I Robert Agbazi and Agbazide the message no sort of buyer Mark Lodo say I was say Vinny stay and Bernard Ahin also say I was so when so I say I was will stay for Barcelona to massacre them. Ericus Derail and also the some message no sort of buy pay I was shown so Rich Larry say I was a Vinicius echo now or probably some like the extra and so and now my own YouTube and also more now so messages by way Gertrude was say I was a Vinicius stay no and so and on my family better coach and man I am kwamana ni Emra you go foreign I don't know we na we know 5 course quick BW64 E2F 8F3 BW64 E2F C4B BW64 E2F FC8 BW64 E30 232 BW64 E30 4CB 24886 and then 5 hours respectively. And no.
Yes.
The radio say and they
special.
Said I prepare when say no your Mondays dear
and Fanny agro.
Young compromise
for you player you ma we na ade a eduana for say there be amano nkomo say no omu hia omu league no omu mpe ba bi mfa omu de be hima ma omu pa mza hye omu se edu sana ntimi ama me de ma ti ya be hwe on so na haye du nkomo doso ho onze wafun so ana 20 Ivory Coast na me adoma ne Nigeria be bo ye ma no so e be bo Kivet na me adoma Wednesday Wafcon TMZ feel the all angles Ghana or Glasgow Commonwealth na yeguso na am je swimming in nuaman de free an ye free mu baby ani da so wa medal betime free your boxing no nem say ye betime bibi on ade aka ne de
mo swimming pool bebrebe nyina and there be a more weekend musimo ko swimming pool
but ye nya obi ama no nyina ye na mu wo internationally o ya ade obetime swimming ye amaye ye bi omu kwa na ebu akam no ati bi omu swimming
but universities need to standard
pool or mo ye
be nim swimming pa
yeah
and mo scout
and no ni problem no one crew man selection near the tournament in a binu. I say, oh, Minia baby, on the way no cry, avenue a man for fast with the tomb, a quine. Tis a new baby, when him cry, yes, ye tamnishim. Near no call. This is okay, I'm Ribia. Go for your sister, Muzomi and Central for Commonwealth Games. I will do airport be able to question the items there. Camera crowd news is Gitanos. Oh, deep. Ya have no talent, no, yo, Nemo, Omo, Yan Fawum.
Okay,
and Fawum,
Matthias here.
Any a problem. Any a problem, pa.
Okay. And your banner, ya baba show,
you be round.
I see, and
you be round. Need you.
Amagana.
Whoa,
what drink brand live on the show now? Yaman WhatsApp line. Bottom right corner, TV no so, and I say Facebook and also YouTube no so. Record a video, man, in your landscape version. My phone and in Chemu. Now I record the audio fabric 0203682641 0203682641 and all. And I'll be far a year of video no. Day afa so edia be bo e wo show no so ama ne ya krase betimi agye no ntemu e wo show no mu se de be a man for consensus and mo tyrese de ba no betimi anya e ho anoye and so ediama muntu de mon recording from an said ne ediano so ebisia command morning any yes na real quick yes sambra kranano peno ya da ABA Herbal Clinic and swasana meno kase doctor ne nurses no wamo som aba juma offices abiamu amoba baje aya mayaris environment no and some aya serene and watch environment and so aya kama honi de wamo so fa no kwesa say ya dia wo de ba no sa wo ba na hono ma aya bibia wo na afei e won so aya sakatu anya de so ho de no eno so aba bontie ba mori ana hye so and so am say wa bregu so aya kase no won so ba kwakoje wa ya resade free ABA Herbal Clinic and so chances aya glaucoma no na dunya ana say be a cataract anato wani ne so aya sexual way amre ewon pam abra bema ana so ba wa ho de nsem no ensom aba foma ba bi aba kwakwache aya anu ye no aya ABA Herbal Clinic enso nchense bia wo fa ana dwodwo say yo benkum ana say aya onifa ewa abra stroke no ensom aba say ban ABA say yen kan tro sabra wo ye bema so dia wo bana wo prostate no wo ba ban cerebral enlargement enso mani nyina no enso aya doctor ana shoma aya sanya do we nyina no wo ba beto ase wo ye adwuma e wo kaso millennium inside aya dadela stop ana fei wo ba kwara so adwena say me market atwo no ma pe na ABA enso awa o ye adwuma ya no wa friend number no aya 0541565199 just on ABA enso ankasa ene anopay na high sense ene unum sa high sense a product no de enom aya papa no wache wo benya 5-year manufacturer defect warranty every product no so esan say ye je wudi sa jena ya to ma no aya papa ana kwa wudi koi anya de say kwa kosai ene no wotena ene ntina ma 5-year manufacturer defect warranty omode ato so de ma o ebiem no ene say ade na wo hia ade akofie say your living room nom ene cheso bedroom nom aya onwuma ene ade nyina no wo benya standing AC ni bia to wo benya aya TV from 32 inch ade call 116-inch giant screen no aya high sense ade washing machines nom and smartphone nom about the gas cookers and aya chest freezers afei wo pania kan sa water dispensers ni bia to high sense say bamori anso be call wo mu showroom bia no eba obenya bia to abrade na wo to no so entwen kan ya ni pi number ni 0302550000 na on high sense and phone no and some ankasa anano pay na me kan fo aya again aya again bambe chane ne capsules and so dia ma wo again no anie we your dry no ana bejo ama chesori padua no wanya hodema pa uye bia sese ne mu ana aya wo ya ana se bia no pa wo dia no aya siatica entirina ewo wachi elsane dia ba aya wo to ase ba wo nan kokom ene ademu etutu
anwanwa juma no you yame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma asachre ni ano you yame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamaki Israel Yehovah Elahenu Yehovah Ekad we ahata et Yehovah Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashak in English in the name of Jesus amen.
Amen. Wontumi sports buffet na no pay ana yedin semni na tepana wa wonya tema monitano pay no yenjumadi enfano sa Wontumi sports bite onsa yadmo na so buy ama modern ball Liverpool team no wo so boss seria bema nya semetro na seria nkrofo si process aye opponent ado no seria nkrofo bola wo mra na for intensity eswom acha so mo ko world cup wo nya mai na kwani nyina chere nkwada bia manager from Anthony Rola no ane chaso mo kano wo mo nkoda no ye dwuma amama neoma no ahio so say Liverpool fans are discover aye chaso mo form e wa bra form no eno so anya nkoda form kra no nyina no ana chese no so na aba na so no kabo mame aye Liverpool team amo highlight ni bi mu a wonum samiuma cross ana fesedie wo mo so mo se di omo dwuma no nyina no wo mama manager fans Anthony Rola make us say no manager no so akasai because after so much share ama Chelsea Sunderland aye club wo mo so te akanamu mienu no nyina no manager no so kakra bai na intensity and you do come and prayer you can say and you may quite say woman so come back after time na woman manager for say your drink club and some ayo juma so the Liverpool ko na no na woman so process and no and woman chance woman so process woman so say we no more bana chance o chiro pa na bona ye hwe bia ye nyina ka say na say the Liverpool ba dia and you say free on the hard draw because opponent no woman ma wo twabere omoma wo home a chese ye no mo ba so te sade e bia wo so chese kwadu abre na wati ato mu ama chese nui wo mo ba buo titi woni huan ye nyina no wo mo so ba so vem ene adena manager no wo se ye want to chese we aye first game enu no as intensity na one panel kwano wo nyam sa ene wati a chese second half no na ye ne ajanti je ye hu ya ba ba so nyina no manager no abaso chesa omunye yo wo omunye nu ba bia kra no nyo am say memia so but anso no sadie wonu som asipa no wa bra wai enso ayo too early omunkoso abo aye matches no bi to so a eno som abaso ja eno aye so ba coach Alphonse Anthony Riola wonu so are two client no e wa bra the coach no enso akasai
some fresh. Yes, it was difficult to put rhythm into the game, no? I think both teams now we were lacking some freshness. The weather also humid. The game also, so the pitch was quite slow, and we had some good spells on the ball. I think we lacked a little bit of intensity. You can feel, no, the timing is still not there. We have to work a lot more, but it's a starting point. It was a matter of using the game, no, to push yourselves to go back to the rhythm that we should have. You play 45, 60, whatever the minutes you play, use them properly. It doesn't matter the result, but keep pushing, don't relax, get used, no, to don't play too comfortable, and we still have a lot of things to improve. Yes, it was difficult to put rhythm into the game.
Liverpool coach Alphonse Anthony Riola and I'll tell many Janetane Kakade Batches. One other so trust men ball too comfortable. Men relax, Kwaswana Bo Ewa Brunning Nano was say Omonium Bakumi and be our sir. Womo Kosuna Omoya want to me and I'll tell a coach and yet Ebana make catch one other person. Liverpoolian Katana Fanasa Bradley Bacola. Woman reach agreement in principle. And no, I have been years. I will sign in the Sikobate. I'm a make a transfer until 2032 and a player. Your first Bacola and some other signing. Jack can say collapse, you know, woman some other agreement. Now, Jack can, you know, I know you can a little before make a transfer. Woman, your numbers are 120 B and Aqua. Woman, kind of 100, you know, Aqua later. No, woman, 20 million euros. And your cost so now, Yababa Studio, Sessiana, Geminians. Paris Saint-Germain for the say woman the can kasa kwatano ebetimi abaso be stay ana kwanya so pa eno so be chese bia boy no ebekone nyina no ebetina wa bomu eno na kire wa do ene sa wo ye Liverpool na woni abrasa wo be sa wo fa kwara no kwadi a wo sika no ana be convince aye Paris Saint-Germain wo mo so team na asob na no Jaminya no sa PSG for the say boy no ebekọ back on a chip na aye 150 and cost 170 million euros and ana woman demand answer kwatano woman jame kwan amana ba yemi na bi to be 116 and 117 omokwano goals to rosai and omodemo enti sa obasa fa ayakwada radio and omo just amount no answer na woman jai ama ba Coca-Cola no so ba but the say can say Liverpool for no way I want to watch Liverpool fana and na ya kasa kwasi aye nyame ya ma August no and September mu no e kwasa transfer market e close boy we deal e betimi aba so e wa bona sikasam between boy no and Liverpool any problem but be a problem aba aye between clubs no me no a Liverpool ebushi kakra bi pa wo mo som ansa betimi aka akwadana eno aye update free club na so de ba ya do sam komo nyina no emma ye tefo enano pay ensom our show no so and what Jamansa can say Liverpool team no wo mo see 3 weeks akai and sana transfer market close bra wo mo pay busy brutal and you say bia boy no kwa de you say wo mo da som our other position our say club you fan say Liverpool no wo mo som strengthen into your say no wo mo we some transfer opportunities and some other body my club na and no I update ever and what for me call ayabo kwa no say Arsenal make a chance wo mo call Girona na hono aya warm water ya bai na Arsenal boys no did dapu mu it has a grado wo mo tutu mo a just say a boys na did dance wo mo ban white no and a car fact no Jurian Timber no and a just am kwara kan nyina no wo mo nyina tetam no nyina ya part of omo tro na and some akoso ya kasana no aya the Arsenal omo so ye na Arsenal and some any player you find so Bruno Guimaraes and some adeno attachment Jonas Senior and Junior General and a director of Arsenal team no bra so said yam sam any brand about Bruno Guimaraes mekaza and pay difference at them just £10 million I know and a support both clubs na yaba na no pay na update about say Bruno Guimaraes omodi amano say we call World Cup into your say what are some enjoy the holidays no na and then date we na free mo am sam akaba in the best of 4 days I was over into Nyamia Duma 31st of this month I was so Bruno Guimaraes joined Newcastle one of some training camp na Jamie can say yes say more nyina dwensa ana de odi akire wosua de odi animu nantie no so okay na say obasa wo kira say kwan na Alexander Isak efa so free Newcastle ko Liverpool ama last minute Newcastle ejemu no ebia no so be so ya yeso man ka jeno sabama memmo hu muso na ma ye wo sa an ene ebia sipan dia ene wo so be ye bi na o ma jawa mo ko Arsenal enya djuma wo ye professional player the said date 31st of July I was all reported we be medical ni aha sabi akotodwano problem bi wom ebi akomai abadwuma anansam percent sitani nyina no I was so we answer we resumi aye training no man can try to say wo mu nwan no e ma ne nko boy no ebe stay na so boy no say ono so be ko enti omama no warning some mono musuo so be Isaac and some agent bi onti ba ha say Arsenal and some be say akomwa eno aye boy no so dia na no pay no eno some aba man city for no report amenya no say City a plus no ko World Cup no e bi be sa ba enche bia na answer Man City ba ko aye president to our Hong Kong and South Korea na Hong Kong and South Korea to no report amenya can say wo mo bobo ema England mo boy ema Norway Spain and France answer amona kodru animu our World Cup no mo enti aye dia amode wo mo so adam say aye Hong Kong and South Korea wo mo process no na mo Ruben Diaz aba join it Josco Valdio and some other join it and Tuan Semenyo wo some other join it ayo mo team say be a wo mo some other travel dia call aye Hong Kong and South Korea process into our brakwani di our pa but uni shey ni nyina no say wo some other kwano akwa say enioma and some other siako na Man City goalkeeper na your funny James Trafford and a pay woman be so much Leeds United and a woman ya proper na Leeds woman ya bring and say woman say I'm a bid around yes asking price na Man City and some panuna likely Sabia Leeds ebe miti 40 million pounds na and I the Man City edimante and when some another one to watch I will be out just James Trafford you know one some about to win opportunity na fe one some Africa club no manko and Galatasaray one say wɔn pɛ Tijani Reinders na Galafo pɛ Tijani no sɛ kɔbasa bi ado no aba so na materialize nko adeɛ ne sika no mbɛnya no wɔn ne bɛka wo sɛ bɛyɛ akɔdan a yɛfa no Ajub Boadi wɔn ɛbɛkɔ akɔfa boy no so ɛdana ba o ntia na Tijani gyana ba boa bɛ instrumental ama kyerɛ sɛ Ajub Boadi wɔn nso move from Lee ɛdɛba ɛyɛ Mansiri no ɛno nso atumi aba so ɛwɔ abrahom nkɔmɔ no nyinaa no yɛde ɛma yɛkyɛ fa ɛnaro pai ɛnso ɛwɔ show no so na yɛgu so a yɛkɛn wonim sɛ mɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛyɛ player fa no sɛ Mohamed Salah ɛne Besiktas ɛm sɛ nkɔmɔ deɛ ɔmadi bi nkɔmɔ bi yɛkɔɔ so bia no mede bi nso bɔ last week no na Besiktas wɔno wɔgyiriɛ sɛ Mohamed Salah ɛba nko adeɛ a ɛbɛma ɔmo club no ayɛ akɔnɔ ana the moment nso a team no ɛbɛyɛ akɔnɔ no ɛyɛ Dusan Vlahovic ɔmo pa asɛ boy no akyekye no ho ɛnso ɛde ma wɔn team no ɛne other players a Besiktas ɛpɛ no nyinaa no wɔn deɛ wɔn nim sɛ wɔte ɛyɛ Turkish league no ɛnoa ne ebi afare na banchi ɛnoa ne Galatasaray bɛma Besiktas ɛnya nkwadaa team o ɛde sɛ Salah ɛnya banko adeɛ a ɛbɛbi yɛ kwan ama ada target a wɔn nso ɛtwɛn wɔn nyinaa no ɛno nso ɛbɛbɛm ɛno ɛyɛ gyeminya no nano pɛ aho nkɔmɔ no yɛde ɛmi yɛte for Manchester United wɔn ato player ɛmoa no nye ebi abɛka yɛro wobɛhuri mɛsrɛ goalkeeper bi na ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo tɔ no free under 21 ɔyɛ Wolves ni akwadaa na Wolves akwadaa no goalkeeper no yɛfa no Kate Maggetson na Kate Maggetson ɔno nie wɔno na manfo no nso atɔ no dena bɔ ntianim sɛ bi ɔbɛkɔ nkwadaa no mu anaasɛ bi akwadaa yi nso ɛyɛ obi atɛmi nyam sɛ wɔbɛdwa no senior team na dɔmo ka no nyinaa kwa no sɛ wɔno kwa no mantɔ because the contract anakyɛ so no ɛne Swansea ɛwɔ no ɛba na wiyɛ ntɛmɛ after Swansea nso ɛdiw no ana ma ɛyɛ akwadaa no a yɛfa no sɛ Kate Maggetson wɔma sɛ no boy no 90-year-old nso ɛne boy no ba wɔno nso ɛbɛyɛ adwuma ɛde ama team no na ɔnsɛ Crystal Palace last week a bɛka kyerɛ sɛ Chelsea ɛne player yɛfa no sɛ Maxence Lacroix wɔma wiɛ nto no ana ɛbɛtɔ dwa sɛ wɔmo sɛ ɔmo pɛ Masima Chrisland Masima ɛde afiri Augsburg ama kyerɛ sɛ player no wɔno bɛbɛ replace ɛyɛ Lacroix na ɔmo si kɔm no kɔ 25 million euros no mehu kan ɛma meka sɛ nkurɔfoɔ yi ɛyɛ awɛ sɛ magiska nte sɛ 52 million pounds ɛyɛ akyire wode 25 million euros ɛkɔpɛ replacement ɛmfa ampa wɔma rejecte ɛyɛ boboku a yɛfɛre sɛ Palace ɔmo nso sika no wɔmo sɛ twɛn sɛ bi atem no ɛbɛsa ba na wɔmo ne kakra nso ade asɔ so ɛno ɛyɛ update ɛba ho nkɔmɔ no nyinaa no yɛde ɛma yɛkyɛfo ɛna no pai ɛnsom ɛwɔ show no so nyame yare bɔtena ɛnsom ɛyɛ Tuesday wonim sɛ wɔmo family matches ɛbɛba so no a mame Chelsea team no maka kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo wɔ Sydney ɛhɔ ɛnsom ɛyɛ Australia ɛhɔ na Chelsea team no wɔmo nsom wɔmo so ɔmo yɛ ɔmo process ɛno no a wɔtena wɔmo family game no anapa 9:45 ana ɛbɛba so na kyɛsɛ ɔmɔbɔ ne ntam Ghana time no ɛyɛ 9:45 ana Chelsea ɛne Western Sydney wɔn game no ɛno nso ɛbɛtɔ fam na nkɔmɔ deɛ manager no ɛne akɔda no wɔn de bi ahomakyi wɔn press conference no na yɛ no bɔ tututu na anɔpɛ mɛde kakra ɛbae Jamensa kan nyinaa no sɛ Chelsea manager no ayɛ fa no sɛ Xabi Alonso unim sɛ Alonso yɛ akɔtu twa sɛ wɔbɛso build the competitive team na team no bɛso build no nyinaa no wɔsɛm ɔmo wɔ saa process no mu ana Chelsea team wɔ sɛsɛ ɔmo mo wɔ ikra no Chelsea ɛwɔ great quality atɛsam ɔmo wɔ great talent ebiyam ɛwɔ so ɔmo no daddy na anima bɛhia ansa no watumi compete ɛnsom ɛwɔ Premier League no mu no Chelsea fo no ɛbɛnya ne nyinaa bi ansa na season no so start ɛnom ɛyɛ asema manager no wɔn nso ɛde tu twa na Alonso din kɔmɔ na bakubusa no say na osisa Morgan Rogers ɛbɛba ansa na Fulham game aba so dia anya bia Morgan Rogers ɛne Cole Palmer wobi anim sam ɔmo na mofo pa na ɛkwan na mofo so ama nkoda no mieno wɔn so partnership adadi ɛwɔ team no mo ana Alonso say yɛwɔn twitwa say ɔnom our plan na our plan ɛde ma Morgan Rogers ene Cole Palmer wo mi onu nyina no ebe linkiye ewo ball ni mu masa enkoda mi odu be hadwen brutal no aya asoma manager fa no sa Xabi Alonso som area Africa Shadrack mami coach na fe yentie no ewa ba ne post conference pass no manager fa no sa Alonso ensom akasai yentie Chelsea manager no.
His qualities is that he's flexible for sure. I think that he in that pocket position close to the striker, close to the 10, but he's played as well on the right side as well, but I think that more coming from the left, coming from that position, we are playing that he feels with us. He feels that he's enjoying his game, that he feels his flow. I'm sure that he will have good connections with all the players that he can have around him. So if we get those connections right, those little associations between them, that they look for each other and they connect well, I think that it will be a great step forward in our quality of our game. Yes, I have a plan. I have an idea.
Many Jana swear Benano Power Bene. One can say beyond Kodani and also ebetimi connect here wa brown common in ano. Yade and also at the bana young kola league and money. I have a bow omutimano pay omo reporte and some our training on some reporte. Last week Lemon Omo World Cup no and now said we must start to buy Nyanka Williams and you Nyanka Kwako drew in the other suti the holidays sansa buy the Akwaje. World Cup Emma Spain Emma into Ghana Black Stars a striker Inyaki Williams Akoko Drew Ayabe Bao Womu team camp and Aya updated Bana Yanko Barcelona Namami on Petamana Frankie de Jong a driver and the Ababe run our Chester Ciutat Esportiva na de Jong and so Bano na our so Bana doctors na examine na Yahu Sanya Bian de Jong no ni Prano Anya Bian da Swobi ho anasa said ye Aya club number 4 can sign I was say na I was said de Jong no and some Aya surgery and as a celebrity akwano pay we want to drive by and a test again and also drive by na Jaminya no so mo bedru ye no answer make try na pay was sports bite ye jumadi ye so boss abetu and normal Drew Aya England omo kodru Aya St George's Park and Barcelona be kwakwa ni ye kan so mo campaign no ka say no we say squad na manager ye fan say as a flake and some other buyer me kwame kan no pa no say test again Enkobi manager no are test again ehemu was on Frankie de Jong and so ehemu bako abeso sorte in future and bako some opera but almost quite almost kwakofro a flight no woman nyina some are available I was squad no more and uhwemu na chesam koda no nie manager no and some will beat us Christensen nom and Gerard Martin nom and Ronald Araujo Hector Ford Alejandro Baldenom goalkeeper Chesney Wobanya Teste Gane Ika Rodriguez nom afa Frankie de Jong ewom Marcasado ewom ana Chesa Brian Ayer Farinas omunyina no ensom awasa squad no Mark Bernal Femi Lopez nom and Alex Gonzalez and Climate munyina no womosom our Barca contingent no we aye contingent as a team no womosom ade call aye England akwa campaign our St George's Park yede aye Barca commander dem at moment ni ahana na cheso mo airport emsam amakwa kodro omo board by na kwade emse bia omo ya touch down ansa cheso Barca for no so kona Jameson can say the young no mo na kan no womsem said be ya doctors no ebetimi akoso assess no no ma he bia pretending portia player no ebetena fi ewa bro no som entimi mo ball na report aba no nyina no ensom achesa family Lopez ensom on board na maboni di ensom ade acho wono so betoa na recovery no so wo January a yana kwakabasa kanipa ne kakra binti wo mo nyina akwa sele bia training no ene dia kanyina sa boys no so betumi akoso na omaye ensom ade amatem sele be ya recovery ensom abantem na Barcelona wo mo som abeso mo chese Julian Alvarez atiana na anopa me the update about say either say bia later this month and as a month ebe call na we and I said be somewhere early next month no I was a buy no asa can be ever to media nim na ne asam we ase ai deja na ne achesa mpa akoda no enya ne so bo alati kwani biem na anano pen German say can say Barca worried unim say Gentia Barcelona wo me worried and say Argentina woman call final no cry and was some tibia by now no woman alatu ko fowie tata nan yanka say next week and also by the Johnny Camper woman from was striker because here kasai Robert Lewandowski woko ama Ferran Torres le kwane se mo yamani a Paris Saint-Germain and some ebetimi atam akoda no sede woman some esipan ntena bonsa for the chesa woman should be out and out a striker apart from Ferran Torres awakai na ha woman tiri basa sede Atletico for no see your money ai and yan tono and fanem man yan tono fanem ma yan direct rival yan tono ma boss and san komono how mo pa but nikano and akwa bibi ho ntomo de wo ma sam ya ba ko ba boy no and pursue who be mo a Barcelona ebe make another move na wo mo de akota no som aba eno eya dia me no kasa enano pe no Barcelona wo mo twense no som abesansi bi mo na chase ya twen takra akora no som abe na ye kasa no Real Madrid enwa Johnson aman koda no wo mo joma home yes Johnson catch up by Sunday today we be arrested and no more resting and pay your studios no na juma shase gidi Johnson and some adam koda so dey was it shin koda no mu so no na good news and say unlike Serie A course last season Emma Barcelona one top player you be a registration akwa bi no and now no kasa Real Madrid for say you want to kasa o ma register 1 Mark Kukuraya and 2 we ma register Danzo Dumfries omumi no ayan kwada bi a registration no and also akavan kwada no na evidence our shadow academy evidence ba obo san kwada no registration and 1 year and 27 bako Dumfries squad on chesa we mo register on the 16th and Dumfries no the registration and Kukuraya ayan 27th na say enano paya and Madrid and some register Mark Kukuraya our liga ho chesa and akwatano and some anya bawa no pay no yede ayede kan no and some edema na me ka say Jean Diomande and Real Madrid almost come on Fernandez we be no sa akwada no ba join Madrid just say bia miracle be sensio and Jordan one so na request akwa World Cup no na report amenya from Germany and some say Jean Diomande akwa control Leipzig on camp because Saklab no emma aye permission so bet me fly akwa medical la Wontumi nko emma ni ye Itimino Casino, report to me, Yanasa Quatano, and some Quacodru, a Germany, one of El Quack and medical, the Acanino, and some a day Ama Ayabokua, Yafanas and Leipzig, or Yavia, Nani the Atiana was started training and some Yamatimino, until say, woman some Abaka, Sabia, quote Nako Sino, and Yadia said, Naya Casacudan to me a movie, and no, I said it professionally. I was one of the Mantia Casana and Quacodru. Now Vinicius Junior and some that answer say Arsenal woman ya buri ebiso montono manenko na ne German de Emra Mbappe nom and ya de elhoni na no wonu say Vinicius do so be stay and I say bia Vini Einstein no and German de any tracker bia o make me ya boy ne de na wie e wa bra en affect e Vinicius ni stay na e bia possibly wonu some others stay enti man for no ensuro kwana German say telling you sir Akoba sir Real Madrid meeting our na meeting woman Juventus amanu Vinicius one also reps and about some meeting na say amanu buy the camp a share meeting every na say Madrid reach agreement and quadia one say a 5-year contract and a Vinicius and a share contract anymore and some Madrid woman to reach agreement and the other can be also one some about the sad player I'm a baby no so so kobia no na wono ensom akọ me no kasa enano pai ene eye Monday ene koya no metesa Rodri ameka so kwakwa ne surgery ewo Madrid ekromo no metesa latest and say Rodri agent no in fact the reps and I'm kwamu a womo som ene Man City ebe meeting some meeting no am say I was some Man City prepare because ebi adombete awo masum as of now awa brahwe ensesan this be after meeting no be aboy no we this are so be stand but na be ye gina be wo so e aka asem be a Rodri agent no ebe catch Man City for no say ayeye akoda no ontimi Man City biem ade bi oba ye e wo so ye bia no waye wo de age Ballon d'Or e de Man City wa bro na man for say omonko na the only side wo mo de age aye Ballon d'Or and one so at the city ayabi man force amaji Premier League no yensa what the city adwa so and prama kuma ko enan man so amaye trouble one some at the city ayabi biom wasan mu team akwakoche World Cup e dey am Spain e man no entiade bi also ye bi ono wadu na ye entomu nya no kwan na wonko eno eye debo boku no wo mo bete e wo masum e na meeting no eno some ababa so shadow akokai aye Chelsea boy na ye follow Ronaldo Veiga wako ball cap ni bi ema Portugal no ball and some adama Biawal on ye metesa afena sha sen ketenkitio sa Jose enyana ope na Real Madrid aluta mutim aya Madrid no womunya Renato Veiga womun ope enti yabako so monitor sere ball situation no eno som obesiako na farna bonchi e wo sukuru Salakogu stadium no womun so mo Gonzalo Garcia na Madrid striker na Avora Belwantin hu jaino me no kase kra no Fenerbahce aba but unum se Fulham for no ebe se omode 30 million euros eba ba Madrid de nanka amuso valuation that boy no so around 50 million euros eno amount Real Madrid as a team wamuso ebe demand answer kwata no wamo jaino amono so akoba me no kase no Fulham club wamo twese bi amount kakra bi 30 no wamo Adabajano pay Mebeka Chausa and Drapilo enso dia no enyama so na dinche enyama so ne sa one Russian betting company bi akoye deal ama sa contractor wama sam minti FIG sesere adwuma no enyan koma na mede banana pay wonu say latest anye and Drapilo wona odi akwa wotwa se eye enwo na jo am wonya afula ne say Italy equity job no enya de obenya ye ntampa adwuma no woman fama no na Paolo Maldini ene Leonardo aches wo koya adwuma ene ma FIGC thinking say ayade Sandra Pilo eba ni nyina no wonim say wanyamba wo koya adwuma no 16 days enie me wan say na otwemienu ene bia na fraba mienu pe Unia nyama nintino metesa Maldini no enso ebenya resign omo se Maldini resign a womo de adwuma no enso anas Maldini resign a womo de adwuma be kwa koma Giorgio Chiellini na Chiellini ababe play Sauro na Maldini play etoma aye Federazione Italiana Jorgo Calcio abiem no coaching job no mekasa aye Roberto Mancini and Antonio Conte and they am so Conte no one some stand tall I was silent in mo antes aropeno ye day aye update no dia kan nyina no and some atemo na Inter Milan and almost say wo per aye Galatasaray boy na ye follow Wolford single na Wolford single dia no and Ethiopia Africa mo Inter no ye say aye Galafo say Wolford single dia aye 50 na Inter for no so call here wo say am 35 million and am say 35 entimi to player no wo am pay 50 and sana wo ma jama akoda no and some aye move into na ye ka say no ya rese de no some abesiako wo kai attend Dovbik wo shani wo jiro nya pa no ba Italy obai no anshira ankwese de no some AC pena Roma for no Gino and some po chesa boy no get closer to Bologna na of Roma and Kokobo loan na Jamaican can say Roma for no Janu Kramanako because of 2 watch 3.5 million euros a season. One also was one chance I said you woman Shelena and so far so be 10 years. I was so called Adjaminian so Bologna for the Rihanna sa one also attend Dove Big and other call Mama Bamunchi for me. We and some man no ya num and Jonas Beganum woman in Arab Drew Ayasabana Strasser. I just Joshua Chemicanum Alfonso Davis and Anno Payabano. Not just woman announce a training grounds. One more Anachasa Boss Lebanka Cranka, I Jonathan Tamuni, woman in Ababa Medical, Panamo Twaso, and Jama Bamunchin Timino, under the command of Coach. Your fan of Vincent Company and was switch at the national team. Rutufola, I want know, and a Chessa Crop, and a Yajumano, woman confirm say Joshua Kimmich, Abacosway captain, and Yama Dimension of Germany as Aquadanum. What say or leader and you can almost strip it and your armband and some friend or so and no and you have the tabana priyashi yes woman japa na police and someone for say so man yan to Monday adia basa for chomu time some of the woman mo woman temu so ha Ferran Torres no woman de baba na ometua 40 million pat mupo akwada no so mama mu biem akwada no omede baba eno ya ade asese me no ka se bobo kra fa no say aye Paris Saint-Germain for no woman some atwesa ban no so de no eno ebenya baso adjama no na PSG at center back na center back omo profile no woman pobia we are center back but a true emergency Sebia Shraf Hakimi ni ho ana Sebia Waranza Emery anywhere obetimi a shift akwa right back and some Adama Paris Saint-Germain Serbia Hakimi ebetimi arrest ana Sebia Waranza Emery and some arrest ebiom no ana PSG almost started one more preseason omo ehwa ni so ombaba eneno ayo omo omanko ayo World Cup ni bi ombaba wo ba obe medical uwe medical na gym work abekoso uwe gym work academia crown so say obetimi akọ pitch no so na ebia kakra bia no masa tele mampoma na ebiom no report amenya no say creature Kwaraskia and Matt Versafanov ayesani Majulu nom and Elias Zabani and Chesa Barado nom and Lucas Savali akoda na first say draw woman nyina no and some other reporter and no aye update eba hon komo no nyina no ye de ema ye chef enano person awo shoro so ya risi basoro akomi Anthony Joshua eje yanka yanko eje aye come back na ba bia nem say afami no mu anope no aye ba bia no wa ye emotional we ya cheso gina round 2 pay 1-2 na de ba ku so we also bo Joshua crash Hobart Joshua ye will confirm bi ma chese name am say ekokama pa na Anthony Joshua unu na ebia from round 2 pe na so we aye Christian Prenga na Joshua we are on common fan post about interview amania Joshua ni okasana no aye emotional ada waso akan na mfom yenu no unsana ba konsom at the lats ba konsom at the sina at just almost spirit and the buano na abusuafo no nyina no pa yente say Joshua esidin come after the bout no.
That was last, that was Cena, that was the families, that was, you know what I mean? Come on, man. That hurts even talking about it. But yeah.
How difficult have it been for you, AJ?
It's been tough. But
I feel like it was your fighting spirit and a bit of Lats and Sinner fighting spirit that made you get up in that first round and throw that big right hand in the second.
it's my brothers, but I don't want to talk about it. No, but that was spirit, that was Lats, that was Cena, that was the families, that was, you know what I mean? Come on, man. That hurts even talking about it. But yeah.
How difficult have it been for you, AJ?
It's been tough. But
and so esiwie ni twumadie a chesa no pay no na ehu hia wo se edeba ti ni nyina no ye kakra frio ade bafta so oba Nigeria ba benya accident e man na mfo mienu wo mu nyina kana na amanfo kan de on be kan but am say why ni come back no and so awie amene nneɛma nso ɛyɛ fine so ɛde ma na ɛno ano santia no nso ɛno no Mike wɔ ha na afei new nso ɛwɔ ha nti yɛbɛhwɛ na afei yɛdi nkɔmmɔ nso deɛ from Mike sɛ biribiara yɛ fine deɛ oh okay new
yo
ba
them come on
okay
come on amazing Monday huge blessing y'all that's also up with you okay. Hey, okay. Oh, what did you know? Oh, yeah, you can cry.
And this pain is still in out.
I won't cook. I want to cook.
I hear from you.
I want to cook. Yo, why lots of transfer stories? Now, my name said Oberoli dice and I ate me at TSM Kakra. Says one messages 1 or 2 bina. What a fun one, son. The weekend we say it was a major comeback for AJ, and the boxing world really waited. Said after the 2 AJ accident on Jake Paul, or back to the native country. I bet home make a crown on it enough for just as we or story now. Now, Okano say AJ so emotional, coming back into the ring. Jada now how Anima Airco the last couple of bouts or go through. The outcome of it, red now. The last outings, red now actually the losses. Okay, yeah. He's had many challenges, even proving to doubters. He belongs to the elite class of boxing. No, I be AJ at a reach of 82 inches. Or a very good stance whenever you come up against AJ. Now, how are not boxing never go against Christian Prenga? Now, I'm say. AJ all lose by the technical stance, but it will be down to psychological strength after the death of Nana Fufuni. No, now for the prayer, so we can do it here, and take a lot of dust and not attention any who be brisa. So Christian Prenga happens to be a Jeddah Superdome. A honor bout on a course. So now on Jake Paul after Jake Paul no. And by fear of accident, Daniel Dubois, what kind of bout, and Francis Inga, no, so at media Bonnie, Otto Wallen, Robert Helenius, and then of course Jermaine Franklin. These are all boxers are on the age of the tassel. No, mama, a tough time part. Now we can do it, we can do it, and surprise, round 1 after just 30 seconds.
No, boy, AJ,
enough for the day with TV, so we'll lose to you now. Right after round 1, no, not me who say AJ make a very good comeback, but even within the round 1, no, yeah, my answer round 1, no. After bout, no, imagine also say usually baby Anna AJ won't send a pie boxers or me a bit aggressive. A woman coin man reshaping the body frame near and son was sorry and talk every time Biano won't try say on back attack AJ first, no. Yeah, now a man struggle power. How Christian Prenga man Joshua feeling the heat of his life, especially in the round 1. But admittedly, that error no, not many boxers and they make a comeback here.
Also, I say I'm make Tyson Fury and so dear because you're bored now sorry now be come back in the Yana head of
Yana heard of
round 2.
William at the hand,
okay.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, just unbelievable scenes, moments. You know, I thought it was all over. Being honest, like, and there's a few times this week where I just thought to myself, has he come back too early? I mean, I don't know what 24 breaks or something he had in his ribs, but I knew that, and he knew that if he got back into camp, it would help him. But it never really gave himself a chance.
So he really understands the game. First of all, I admit that there was a huge mistake. But I know a question was AJ Bantamwana this week before even the bout, or Bantamwana not seen as too quiet. But after Sonny Jake Paul, accidents and you're gory. And Kofi say emotionally he has to take the guy out for some time. So no, they had been a promoter and say, oh, you Kofi after boxing, no, Baba and Tibeka say, me didi you know and I hear me say me training this week man a good sparring partner and I hear me say but he's thinking say emotionally AJ Bantam Eliana Yow, round one, no, me family who be that say at AJ. Easily, he was flawed. And yeah, can't you know, even Christian Prenga was shocked. So it really AJ at from. But it wasn't the first time we take key AJ to the hills. It's happened before. Okay, on it, Jones in Tokaro.
Yeah.
So me imagine them say AJ there. In fact, when you come back here, even though he's come back, all right, but when you come back, when a Christian man a tough time, but you know, second run or recover, or my 1, 2, 3, one maybe. And technically, what's any trainers and I don't want to catch and say, keep the gap. Because you keep gap, invite AJ. But all question mudia, that's just all the one question. So what's in the corner, and another corner, catch a Christian say, keep the gap. But until that, AJ really made a comeback, and he's one of the heavy punchers. Albania, he doesn't punch aggressively. Or more time, but then you really feel the heat. It's a weekend where for boxing lovers, AJ is really back in the ring and back for good. If it had happened in a way we would have added this massacre to the accident. Near accident, I say, oh, not just a crowd, only Jake Paul and Shisha. It could be account to be because there's been a lot of conspiracies. Say AJ should share one. I say, oh, you say same be. So kudos to AJ. So make it come back. But now what did we have a person? Made it sure never chemuko the next story. So and it happens to be the Bauta Odikan and Andy Jones Edikan Eddie Bomu, and the feel of the ring was that AJ really had to talk to himself. Other than that, it would have been a major embarrassing day for Anthony Joshua. So kudos to him. While winning against Christian Prenga. Yeah, but my dream say AJ come back here no prepare. Oh really, uncle back and uncle prepare. Yeah, the world of football now and this guy saying come on, this is it. Oh, the American catch on. Only Jones and he felt it. AJ has always been struggling in the early stages of every bout. And Sana later no was already about you saw that. Saying and ran is he was flawed. And Sana only a very good response. Now back into football. Ocean the opponents before the corner. There's huge question surrounding AJ. Say or kwakasifonum. And now Bobo get to be was here. A good grounds and Sana or be back to the main stage. Yeah, and commoning this week. Jean Drummond beko Liverpool, Bakola beko Liverpool, or Bakola beko Madrid. Olise beko Madrid. Olise beko here from Paris Saint-Germain. It has been conversation of who goes where and who replaces who. So first guy is Jean Drummond. I've always been saying this. Elite wingers. Game no, you want an elite wo. You want elite wo. And no next no ebini hono. So Jean Drummond, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain in the final stages of their conversation. Yow. Or what drew Madrid the real answer. But at the end of the day, conversation. Jean Drummond na ya bought Olise Susudin ewo hono. You bought Olise, you bought Bakola din. Means we are talking about wingers or more belonging to the top class. It's Madrid for who say, so man yo Olise, you fight Jean Drummond ye. Sana na Liverpool susu who say ya Bakola ko fight Jean Drummond ye. Because no musudin hon komo. Paris Saint-Germain so nya option bia no ono so jai Bakola mu so free wingers e dia de ne ma omoye so similar 2 or 3 clubs we nu nyina no chase and this guy you see right here on your screen no Bradley Bakola but conversation be na no play ni de e di Yan Drummond ho asem yaw Yan Drummond ye one winger or starting the game no che bebresa and he's ranked on the transfer market. I keep telling you, it's a transfer market. The only hormodia, you don't want to call a house for coaches and players. You not do two more hormodia. Not just a 27 year ranking among all players worldwide. Not just a transfer to me, my Ballon d'Or and to me, my award. Number 27. And according to transfer, metrics, some of the analysis, Yan Drummond up to 27. Now, over 10 in the Bundesliga, na German Bundesliga, or Tosomi and San Ewo Honomo, because I want all free. So he three best players according to transfer market.
Germany,
yes sir. Ubenya Yan Diomandi but Baba players are RB Lives at DIL. He is ranked number 1 and the same vein Ivory Coast so player bien one man value no was essay Jean Diomandi Opabo Ahmad Mudin Adingra Mudin Frank Kessie, all of these players Jean Diomandi is placed number 1 and plays number 5 in terms of right wingers. I'm to number 7 no Wontumi Bono or no or Tosso number 5. So transfer market conversation I did not say there's been some level of ascendancy in the profile no, right from the RB Leipzig days so there's a great trajectory. Well group na me ensa and I'm the highlighted the actual. The first quarter of 2025 now your value 35 million euros.
Let's say last year
last year
from January, February, March.
Yes sir.
None value year 35.
Yes sir. It's my breaking further down at the amount said it is June 2025
from Leganese.
Yes sir. No about September 25. No about December. The last quarter of 2025 because my catch was a transfer market you the update about every 3 months. 3 months. Now you have 4 in a year. It will share June, September, December, free. No, we're the first quarter, which is March of 2026. Pacho, what I say? It is a share March 2026 in India, and he was valued 75 million euros. That is the first quarter of 2026. March, January, February, March. Now don't forget say if you no kono onya form ye pa no no e no de ko wura work up no and I work up no say akosi form so what shall we work up now from this point 75 no say check the transfer market do 90 now 90 no ya bra say December 25 to present day away value about ho
they say in drew year papa
in drew year. But we're rising from 35, 75, and then 90 on the transfer market ladder. And not a shooting. Because one on paper. But there's something to be compared. You only have short technical, tactical profiles. I got 2. You have technical, you have tactical. I got 2.
Physiological and psychological.
And one why you know. So it will be a psychological profile, like your ability to play and your talent to something you can.
Wontumi.
But the man's na Joe so or yeah juma how yeah juma Wontumi sports about home bra me yeah juma I say your own strength I feel the juma is so but we are not talking about talent here. We are talking about the psychological profile of Anthony to match up the demands of Manchester United fans. I had man a flop here. This is not talent. So me for 2 profiles am dey di nkomo actual Anthony to Manchester United any dey na or call Betis okokoye fato to ho Betis size United size. This guy
Savino
for Girona and for Man City. When you move from a smaller club comparatively to a bigger club, what has to be demanded in your technique or your tactical knowledge? Psychologically, are you ready to give it to us every day? So when we talk of Yan Diomandi, yes, when tactically he's growing into the game, making the first professional debut at Madrid. But then come on and say, me Madrid chance Madrid no obet me about because of this guy, Jose Mourinho. He has a very good connection with African players. Or the first Ivorian or body at Madrid. But okay, Jose Kofa is and by maybe was seen it trust in the profile kakra. Shay Adebayo Kofa by alone, but yes, certain job. And when you Jean Diomandi or the Jose Mourinho is one coach or person you're the best out of here, and you'll be the beautiful. He can handle that sort of pressure. Antonio Yantimi of Manchester. Or let me I go through the same heat with you. The pressure Savino Bebe Tomu or Man City.
Young Kai crowd so be ka Fanajan Roma. Very raw. But Jose ma afi blasters bebo.
Yeah.
Jose se botning your red munya with 3. So only African players there.
Oh man come on Ayetia. So one Afinajan Ghana League no send you mo sa.
Wontumi.
But that is the psychological profile as to say ya pon match na we huru so na kwatena dressing room ni ba bi ni osu wo mu dia saade no obi a huru so senior team player ba ko no den sabe ball ko nchi no ko we ba no den sabe put no ko. But when we talk about Jose is just going to add something very different to the profile no. He can get the best out of him. and o mama fene jan professional football kra no mo bi Ghana ha but o ma no be ra e show ma team num ansa no ba abebo ama Ghana and that is where I feel say Jose ebebo no the game no where typical wide man infin di onyame bo infin a typical wide man otimi bob enkum to be bought nifa he is rated 7.28 as a left winger or back right at 7.90 or back right say so left and right you know otimi ball now as a forward right you know who say the rating no na e wo no maybe on my screen no it's me empeme to say but you find out a player where comfortable on both zones obetimi aboha now let's narrow the conversation to this data from the Bundesliga. Take ons your ability to drag players, opponents across 25 to 30 meter distance before the ball is released out of your feet. Take ons. When you say, no, they no call. When you say, no, they no call. And then they all shut down, papa. But players no be no. And one of my idea, Jomodi. Bundesliga, the young Jomandi, 118 take ons. He's done that. Followed closely by Antonio Nusa. And then on RB Leipzig team no now you're solid on the flanks because two wingers no omna yet the most take-ons as to its accuracy there I'll take you through that but then Ubenya Michael Olise Luis Diaz Brahim Maza all these guys Bundesliga anymore a bad take-ons yen for ball on drag it or the opponents and call your teammates in DH he's really done that a couple of times and the accuracy stay stop. No, Michael Olise, and this is completed take-ons from the Bundesliga.
So, where last season Bundesliga?
Last season Bundesliga.
No, train Olise mo.
Oh, gap home. Overall, and that is the accuracy. So, okay, so beat Olise mo and no. Only said the more Olise so back top. Where you take-ons on Kuan?
We can Olise
yes.
Na system also in your mobile.
You bet me for dribbling, you bet me for passing, you bet me for assist, you bet me for all of that. But this is purely take-on because take-on is key tool at the man wingers pa. Now only hit map no. Also kakra. No kakra. He has the capacity to play both. But according to coach our RB Leipzig, any the team ni here no. Na tie ni fan from and we ba ho ba. Naka so onko be nkumo so a oye adwuma no mo anije and I'll show you some few videos away adwuma 5 chances created World Cup no de ni World Cup dey free over ni o 5 chances 4 take-ons 12 touches position box room which really defines the box output won't be more ball no say I say me hwehwe no so watch these videos and let's discuss few things about Jan Jomandi yow in close spaces okay, people ball to the feet. Give a close spaces heavy touch a ball no obia it me 50-50. But when I'm a type he glues the ball to in the boot untouchable but wunya chance or say in the ball. He's always gluing the ball to the feet. So the be able to me at dribble in close spaces and then now kind of set where winger for winger out and out but there's one beautiful thing I saw about the profile no dribble go inside. The game no do one yaw on you so corner flag and so or dribble at the court inside. I think that's one key thing I've seen about his game. So talking about the presence of Vinny Jr., talking about or no now about that Sorana Vinny that's on there. In fact, Kunde Mudi weird and so be a because we're very good. Only saying we are not saying say or Vinny so be Tamadra Champions League. But I didn't want to bag him no the back on the table no a coach like Jose Epe or physical presence of field no so on your obia obeka say we lanky eti okraba o push every ball no so with that chickies and he can also score. He's had some few good goals and creative aspect of the game about onto the bay. So share the game no be or excited. He's one player. Costed himself question with him also original Konya. So who said any now? Ujibo Biana, you always be expecting say Jean Domandi will really make something happen. And Madrid and Sa Canada, yeah. And Komoya can some Madrid they call G Champions League La Liga account. Jean Domandi call Dibaba Ballon d'Or.
Onyame boy crown.
Se Madrid ne Barcelona.
Obankwa de anu nyane playing time ye very instrumental ye discuss podium na obebem. Onim say Madrid ne Barcelona ne Bayern no sa ne community. Paris Saint-Germain about. The answer be season na.
The Michel. You have the fan base waiting to back you. And away no so no and the mania na ya na kecha na oye lot. O to dribble otimi pass it, or take ons, otimi finish it, otimi create. He has about 5 elements of his game. Yeah. So the index of failure now, I get to the game no more so playing for a coach like Jose. Now what's in Ukraine or was somebody to bring him up mentally? Let's talk about tactics where he fits into the team. 2 different formations. And imagine Mr. Jose Bebo. First of all, he's not a player who force to coach Amana systems. There are certain players I will talk more about or no nti will change you formation accommodating. But this guy is just another member of the squad. Any primary imagine who are systematically Mbappe. I see. Well, can be a support to train. A system cannot be built for 2 people on the same field. And see, it is always for one. Either midfielder be or attacker be. So it's for Mbappe in the final third. But who I want the best supporter and in what system? Joseph going for 4-1-2-3. The 4-1-2-3 has double number 8. And Adagula and then Jude Bellingham. Because Jose enya free way my Jude unta nkosa. You know Jose places more premium on the defense.
Yeah.
And it's a Jam Mbappe Vini in the final third. On Sasun Jai Jude Manenko Kalman team in 4-2-4. He always loves to have control, a protection and anchor for the back line. So Sakoya 4-1 with Chouameni. These guys Obobaye more circulation, more distribution by Kwame Demu Jude will support as a 4th attacker. But not a constant attacker. That's not Jose. He will not be allowing his midfielder to do that. Money in Tosini. So in a typical 4-1-2, Chouameni is just going to be the lone anchor who protected the backline. Because look, Madrid has also bought with Kukuyera, no bought with Dumfries. 2 marauding. Yeah, possible now. Kukubeko, Dumfries Beko. In that case, there's going to be a shadow free back. Chouameni protecting these 2 centre backs. Now we a support around the zone. And I feel say this is one. But yeah, so we're feeling Mbappe ni Yandomani that top of the in fact. Oh, potent.
That's a Rodri so bad.
Rodri will have a 2 Chouameni.
Okay.
But there's other formation there. Up say or discuss. Oh, Rodri will have a 2 Chouameni. When they say you're discussable, about a 2 Chouameni. Valverde Adagula and a Bellingham.
Okay.
But Ada is here because of possession control.
For Adam, so they na earlier report to say I just sending the technical staff and also Yadane Pao.
Hey, only the Ada Deba. Shadini knew where a sitter, where a progressor, and a way go. Sana, you don't expect Jude to build your game for you. You don't expect that. But Adagula will build your game for you. And you also don't expect Adagula to give you the goals at Jude Edeba. Shadini you. Ada kasa profile distinction, you know. Ada play game the build up, the progress, the series of phases. Ada belongs there. But in the final third, ball be flat to box in a chi. Late attack be running late back Nesani mani de e Jude dia. Na mbom Chouameni ni Sani mani move wow de beba. Nene de no ayo be protected back line no. No ma city. Chouameni obobo na hwe de din kra na on central midfielder mame. He's always like a center back because up center back in chain instead of prep midfielders we say in chain no. That has been Chouameni. He's especially 6 except his game no hasn't really gone to the level Madrid for a session. So 4-1-2 free in the final third. But then there can also be double pivots in 4-2-3-1. If it happens like that, they will be having a Dagula and a Chouameni. That pushes Jude close to the final third. Now I withdraw Jean and then Vini as natural wingers. And I Mbappe at top 4-2-3-1. So all maybe changes in the war.
Yeah.
And a 4-1-2. Yeah. And a 4-2.
A 4-2-3-1.
And a 4-1-2 and a 4-2-1. One is Jude. But one never say had the another Chouameni na adano abeka Jude.
Okay.
So just in your way there, yaw. When your quality over the team pa. Now what's the Vini back Arsenal?
Arsenal for no money and but for now pa dey me sure.
Back on kwake yo.
Vini kwa Arsenal.
Yeah. Where EPL no. A 50 Vinicius papa. Okay, Zaha.
Wo Fraser.
The profile is Vini de kono.
Say ejina Madrid for no so. Any player na nkasa.
Vini take
Sikadi anka Arsenal for na ready so betua. And I say manager so on the left mo nya boy we na mo Champions League ne de. Well, because Saka on the right, Vini on the left.
Hey, a solid two.
Over 2 Eze.
Over 2 Eze. Eze Nimraha. Naza is running as a Iba. Vini Badia is the vessel. Neze Nimraha. Omra Odigard Hano.
There's Odigard in bench.
Because it's a Naza Vini or Brana.
Odigard in bench.
Odi Hanodia. I said, a Vini Brana.
Okay.
Yeah, over 2 Eze Odigard Hanover preview has say.
Mate.
Bahari de Sakadia. But a Vini Yakopi Arsenal. On Bahaman City. On Bahaman City. But Joseph.
Whoa, but I say, new, me ba a mic on Mike and so a day, Nediano Abba. Haj Lukman, say, I don't understand something after all. Okay, so what I don't understand is after all this signings, Madrid will still find it hard playing against Barcelona. Barca will dominate them after all the signings. And was a laughing emoji. And so had to buy. Asante Gerard says so Valverde good day bench and no any question will be sir. And I'll coffee flash and so say still Barcelona ever dominate La Liga no and I will not so Danny Diano and so buy Oliver do Torizo say if Madrid buy all the players in the transfer window, still Barca will beat them. I'm saying Barca for no mama did for no home crowd. Still. Mike now.
Ono waje La Liga.
Now see Kaira.
Ono waje La Liga back to back anyway. So I think it fits in there.
Oh, okay.
But again, I don't think that Madrid are making these signings with Barcelona in their debut.
Okay.
And yeah, Barcelona and Madrid they sign this way. I think for Madrid, the vision is far bigger than that. What check the dynamics of the teams who are dominating now? Or Europe clubs now. There is a certain familiarity and a similarity. 3 attackers are more potent in terms of creativity and scoring. Oko Bayern, Michael Olise, Harry Kane, Luis Diaz. Wo PSG, Dembele, Due, Obakola, and Kuvica Kvaratskhelia.
Okay.
Meboa. Even wo other top teams, Barcelona Crano, Yamal, Rafinha, and then Lewandowski.
Okay.
This has been the trend. Madrid's best answer is to bolster their right wing, which was a major weakness last season.
Yes.
The entire Arsenal pay Vinicius again to bolster their left wing and then take them to the level where the European top teams now are. So when Arsenal gets Vini, check, they will have a fantastic trio. Upa Gyökeres or Havertz, Saka and Vini upgrade the a different level. So Odi Vini at the Madrid team anymore. Vini, Diomande, Mbappe. It takes them closer to matching their PSG bear offer and now their Bayern a bear offer. I feel we won't say they're in community. So Madrid are making these signings not because they have Barca in their sight. No. The bigger goal is another European period of dominance for them. A Honda Madrid target in the war. Yes, baby. Or more tesu Europe no more honey pesiyako. So I understand the Barcelona fans and what they are saying. But I also think say Bebrina comment, it is coming out of a certain frustration say. The Ankabas Sanko Bayesi Cavares Abanan Komoana say Madrid are very active on the market. It sends a bit of fear into the camp of Barcelona fans. Into Honeke Kako, Sanetie. Yeah, it will shake them.
After Anthony Gordon
Adeyemi, and yet an upgrade on what Barcelona has because in Fanon they are all wing attackers. So naturally, Gordon and Adeyemi are seen as supplement to Yamal and Rafinha. Gordon will embetu Rafinha. Adeyemi embetu Yamal and now Rafinha. So they are supplements. So they are Barca to beef up their wing options. But the major area where they need to really reinforce is the central forward area, another strikers area. And their primary target was Julian Alvarez. Yeka say, Yehu any daylight between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid in terms of pursuing the boy.
Yeah.
Ye nim baby echo. Into the here Barca pa no montoy. What they have done, an addition to beef up the squad. True. Gordon Adeyemi, they offer versatility. Or meeting up from the central area. Ferran Torres will hold me occupy that role. But Ubisa Barca fan be say, dear no more shame and Kebeya sign a normal club nebeya. It would have been Julian. But that transfer hasn't seen the day of light. So that is the issue. Barca fans will be so much here. They will be a bit concerned. But ebeye de ye kan wo begem na challenge hwewe enkosiaga emfa. No, if you look at the numbers, and it's also for a coach like Mourinho, he's a pragmatist. You guys will be a pragmatist right there, or a practical. Your coaches are more ideologist, or more idealist. They believe in a certain playing style. Into player nearby, you have to adapt. Mourinho, your coaches nibia. And Yano ya ana and say he would have to sacrifice a certain coaching principle just to bring the best out of Diomande. If it means the formation also same, he can go strictly 4-3-3 no koni baby. Just to make sure say the ordinary ban or between the moons you know faso. So if Madrid are operating under a pragmatist, not an idealist like Mourinho, it makes things a bit tricky kakra. And you can't actually predict what they will present. And obey say or obey say. And that variety and that rich option poses problems for any opponent that they will be facing.
Two seasons trophy.
Yeah, they needed to respond. And the response, like I keep saying, and Barcelona and Chia, Madrid have far bigger ambitions. Now, to Nkomono, Arsenal and their pursuit for Vini Jr. and Madrid and no clear stance or Mujai Vini Monaco. Like I've mentioned earlier, Madrid's business is not to they will not deny their team of further quality. They want to add to it and be rich. Into Vini to Arsenal and Adieno. It might only be wishful thinking. Emfa. Emfa. I don't think Madrid will allow Vini leave unless the unforeseen Nisi. The Ebema Vini Jai Madrid, no, Arsenal cannot afford. I'm telling you.
I know you're there.
Sika Vini ni demands or making no. He is looking for around 25 million gross. And now actually when ideally 30 million euros gross meboa. Madrid for any person who beat here maneba be 21-22. Which means Vini will earn over 500,000 euros a week. All the bad pounds now. A bet trust have 400,000 pounds now for any try to because in England
470.
In England a pay as you earn.
Okay.
Inti more now utiano. Good one now you betting in taxes. Okay. The English economy is a service economy. Omuni industrial economy to say be a Germany for omunye cars omunye plane this annual mano. Theirs is a service economy. So they love more service induced event, initiative, sports, entertainment. Omo pese baho no matiti omo tax na dia build omo economy no tino omo see Premier League ne form. So if Vini is coming to Arsenal, sika all ba beje, they will need to pay him like over 500,000 pounds to get him closer to baby Opeso Oko. And that will not only be a financial risk for Arsenal. Yes, obet but any good accounting principle ebe chao say yes, breaking a certain tradition. You are paving the way for other players to likely trigger moves. So I'm also perceive to what breakaway structure. No, financially, it is not sound. It is not healthy.
I say, yeah, I'm a Vinia.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Vinia.
I say, wow.
Oh, Debbie, you don't understand this. And your player's contract renewals, Beba.
Yeah.
And anybody who has dealt in the football business, exactly. Anybody who has dealt in the football business will tell you, Sadia we no so the panacea for breaking a certain accounting principle like keep your book safe and healthy. And what? So the Ebema Vini Jai Madrid no. The same reason why Arsenal cannot sign him. Fatu trimi pa. The Ebema Vini, Vini one, Besinde, he's not released any quote statement interview about 7% of Free Madrid. He loves the club. Osheko bi okisi badge. Meboa. Into on show any indication be as a chinchine trying Madrid no be free. The only bone of contention, fancy. Sikasem hon komo.
Wontumi.
It is a Vini Free Madrid Sikasem muntia. Arsenal cannot guarantee that, especially judging by how Arsenal have played by the book financially. Open clubs are very strict on almost financial way management. Arsenal can't be. And looking at the Premier League and how strict they are recently, or more recent financial limitations or more introduced here, Arsenal will not want to fall forward. And yet in print so Koto Vini we are, but 2 years after Vini, 3 years after Vini, it will likely trigger a certain trend that they might not be ready for. But Vini to Arsenal is a breath of fresh air. Football moon common. Every coach, every team, every club will love to have an asset like Vini. Manka player, meka asset. Why? What Vini brings to the party, a transformational on the field of play and off the field of play. It is to broaden a certain portfolio and our profile and our personality. So our Rock Nation for no new monamno. They want to build him up to become the ultimate superstar. Ebia Andrew, your typical European player, like Ebia Bebia Mbappe Mubetimi Drew. But it would also take him a certain level. Like Arsenal, he has ADNB. Bukayo Saka is good. He is an academy player. He might not have the star power to say the Vini Benya. So if Arsenal are getting Vini, it is good for their books and their projections. Again on the pitch, on the field of play, Vini's numbers a bo Arsenal winger bia. Maybe Shadrach can help us. The numbers he produces are far better than the Arsenal player be offer. Last season, DNA, all competitions. Yes, indeed. Vini's availability meant he played more minutes. Check Arsenal wingers or almost all of them, they were denied consistent minutes because of injury problems. Madueke, Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, they all had their fair share of non-availability due to physical issues or injuries. So Vini's availability and the assurance of consistency, a bro muso. But that aside, the goals. If you look at the last 2-3 seasons, the goal chart, say Vini a progressive, the goals or shene kosro. Ofro. Saka modieno, and fro kakra ne sane. But let's just focus on last season. Vini produced 22 goals in 53 appearances. Martinelli Mao 11. In the same 53 appearances, the difference is in the minutes played. Trossard Mao 8 in 50. Saka Mao 11 in 49. Madueke Mao 8 in 43. So in terms of goal scoring, this is not the first time at the end of the season Vini Mao over 20 goals. Wayebia. Then assist double figures as well. The only Arsenal winger on matching Vini for assist, Aya Trossard or Ma 10, Vini Ma 10. The rest 7-7-3. So what it points towards near say, Vini is an elite finisher and an elite creator and a major upgrade on Arsenal wing options, no, if they are getting him. Goals plus assists 32. No other Arsenal player entered 20 in all competitions. When not their chance say when Arsenal get Vini, they are getting an alpha male player, a player won the top, the peak. Vini age is saying Shadrach Momwaya, but he should not be older than 27. And you are getting him at his peak age. Baby, ne born wa ba mature Druno
26.
Exactly. Into the peak age na wunyano. Into the peak when is over joining Arsenal.
About 6 strong years old.
Exactly.
32.
Exactly. So Omunyane dey a breath of fresh air. But there is one thing we need to focus on. again, Vini versus Arsenal wingers. Yen check where Vini rates in terms of the elite wingers in Europe. Shadrach Emma Vini report in any goal scored or 8.5 over 10, meaning he is better than 85% of elite wingers in Europe. Shot 8.7, assist is 6.5. Then it comes to the passing. Passes completed 9.0, 8.5 for passing accuracy. Long passes completion 8.7. Chances created 9.6. Now, his creating abilities, he's only falling short with a low marginal 0.4%. 9.6 times out of 10. He's an elite chance creator, but assist is 6.5. So it means if Vini is getting a competent finisher, it would improve the assist numbers, no?
There's a new Joker's assist.
Yeah, he's creating the chances.
But Nipan Sha, Nema Babe assist. Creating now saying
exactly. So the chances created are 9.6, but assist is 6.5. He can create, he will create, he would create, but finishing is a problem if he does not get an elite finisher. Take ons, he's able to take players on 9.8. Touches in the opponent box, 10.0. Perfect. Interfere what I said, the Indiana maker say. Outrightly, he improves Arsenal's wing options, and then he takes them closer to the standard for elite teams or more forward lines. Me ball Luis Diaz, me ball Kane, me ball Bakola, Ana Due, me ball Dembele, Nicolas Scalia. So Arsenal enya Vinia and they are go closer to that level. But and again, transfer be an answer. You not sign a player and expect say all the conditions will be perfect. No. So what shall I say your total tackles report here? You will see say numbers net cra total tackles at duels 1 and was stroke cra aerial duels there 0 interceptions anyhow. What it means is that sabe Wontumi mfa aboa Santro Fianoma emfa ne srade ne nko na won kase ni musuo de wompe entu ja na woja srade wo fa no so wa fa musuo. You have to be in between. Vini will not give you what these Arsenal wingers offer Arteta and his team. Arteta team no is about control, territorial movement or positional occupancy. Baby ayegina na ye boa a protect yenia. Enti eye more like and yet each man for himself and God for us. Or make sure I am looking out for my brother. Inti Saka Nebo right winger. He is helping to cover Ben White and Asa Julian Timber. Say Martinelli Nebo left winger. He is helping to cover Hinkapie or Calafiori. Vini cannot guarantee that. In fact, Vini Bo Boni Inano. It is not about control but chaos. He is unpredictable. He is able to do what he does because he has destabilize the opponent, no, not because he is restricted by a certain structure or style of play. In Shadrach Emma, will Arsenal's control be the best environment for Vini to maximize his attacking output? Anna in the end of that way. Oh, check here. Madrid, they play for Vini. And American is a chaos creator or deny hide the pitch or bow open spaces. He's allowed to do a lot of 1v1s, taking players on, drifting inside, making runs. So at Madrid, they often adapt to the structure around Vini. At Arsenal system, they say, ye na ye boy movie into men kunyame ye kwabum into ube huno Martin Odegaard no drift right meboa Nasaka drift abim. What Arsenal do is that they hold their weight, they keep it in check, they occupy specific zones at a point in time before they move.
O signing Vinia, Emma and to mean tricky or team of play.
Ateta now.
See, there are no carers and also war America, Havertz more, Saka Munina wants any. Say, ye lose ball, Cranabia, ye na turnovers, ye na Vinia, Omunina into Minko, Ensa.
Minima Teta, Minyasho say is a coach who has sacrificed a lot for his tactical discipline. Any team condition.
Not to me.
No. again check baby Ateta Friba on aligning to Mourinho mo type no. I said Mourinho is a pragmatist. Ateta belongs to the idealist type. The Oyeno, he believes in it.
Amorim.
Ateta is better than Amorim.
You
get it. So there needs to be concessions from both coach and then the player. Savini Bejiatum Arsenal aba ometua na okwa. I was say Arsenal jai bibi omo ya and Ateta. Na Vini nisu jai bibi omo oye at Real Madrid to thrive. Again, it feeds into another argument. Why would I leave the big stage for a lower level? No disrespect to Arsenal, but they are in no way comparable to Real Madrid.
So compare to Nidia.
They are in no way. One, what Arsenal can give Vini, and do bear half of what Madrid can offer Vini. And this is the example. European benchmark. Madrid, check it. In the last 10 years, teams have been on Magic Champions League they do in Real Madrid. Overall, Champions League, why not in Real Madrid? Again, in terms of overall trophies, Arsenal have not been successful than Madrid in the last 20-30 years, even in the entire history. Then individual prizes, players like Vini, like I said, may start to say, or building a home for superstardom. If he leaves Madrid, a lot will leave him. Even Ronaldo Ronaldo never matched the legacy ultimate cemented with Madrid after he left. Yes, he scored goals, over 100 goals for Juve, any idea. But trust me, the output Ronaldo gave Juventus or Madrid, it would have either doubled and Kebe 50% increment. Then he would have guaranteed himself further more individual awards. Now look at Modric, Mokra, GB. do you get the point?
Mate.
So I want to leave Madrid as a player. If I feel, say, Madrid no more pamome, like they have showed, they like Vini, Meboa. The Madrid Sporting Project and collapse say Meboa. They are adding players. So the propensity or the opportunity to win and that's then there is a unique option of winning the top individual prize. So yes, Arsenal, I don't think it's the best environment for Vini, even if he has to leave. But again, this week will be crucial. But I am highly convinced. Said there is no way Vini leaves Real Madrid.
The Megadana said the player wants to be loved. Vini never said the married for baby and so more dono. I did we see a start Kanye season of course
Premier League, you know, will Vini feel loved?
Say no your club nankasa. So much do says Scano or Permon Famra.
No, you see,
as if be a man in Mbappe.
Premier League, you know, Vini price tag. Vini antics or go antics English media.
So ba Arsenal.
Obesunja.
This is the Arsenal team. Don't want to be here. They are here. Kabo.
Fancy.
Now who say
Vini issue no. Vini the Arsenal no oba hadri. Tika onka baby ona. And they can
oba hadri.
So about Premier League, you know,
because Arsenal team we say they say me
outside Vini be count there. So me hang for more magic league
because Trossard echo.
Yeah. Nti na onka ho na.
Bakola de Liverpool for ko so be see ambo.
La pressure no be more Premier League number. London bedding. Fancy Uncle Glasgow ni enu Commonwealth Game 2026 e koso Ghana no pano ye update by say guso aye bo adwuma na 100 meters no yemran tie no guso a mo eye adwuma Benjamin Azamati enso e wo heat 5 no bo modern edi first e wo e man time no wo ye 10.00 seconds ntie no ana yeyibi enso di acho na say izedi emze ya start aha no na Ghana in strength e wo e ba ne say Commonwealth Game and as Olympics near the Ayedi American Noa and Yensu Yadi Benjamin Azamati Anna Oceana or Boy Juma Henry 10.00 second or heat 5 or no Eddie first and Afi Abdul Rashid and so Ediano El he 2 no or also the first or say Abdul and so Modi Epa Inti Abdul Arian in Komokaka to join any time or the qualified to the next round no 10.01 seconds and Abranti Abdul Rashid ewo eni America and also the course nti yebeti Abdul Rashid nkoma kakra odi and afi ni qualification a ni nsaka 10.0 second qualification yentie no
No, it doesn't matter the weather, the windy. My coach always says, just show up and do what is best for you. Don't mind whether it's bad, it's bad. Get ready and keep it rolling. So I'm just here to do my best and maybe made it to the final. You know, there's a lot in the bucket. I just need to reserve it for the semi-final.
But then with the tempo, the pace, you spoken about weather conditions.
Na Isaac Bosuo Obia also hits 9 or Timmy and qualify because the fourth on a time on 10.40 seconds and Abrante Isaac and so in Tinadias or no, it's may qualify to the next stage of the competition and no I come through the boxing Yuguswa Bomodiano Pano Mekacho say Abrante friend is Amadou Mohamed one of Bomodin etimi ewinin about IRSA ne medano ono so betima kɔ nanim next round na afi yensa kabigiosi president Richard Apokavi e de atoja so ogide se Amadou Mohamed Eyobia or a potential medalist at the Magana tournament ya yewomu we said you see konin tokwani adena timi say we well trained a training year pa for this tournament Amadou Mohamed ana yenti president ekasa efano
champion, so we believe that he's one of the potential medalists for us.
It's been a slow start for Team Ghana so far, 3 days, and so far he's becoming the first athlete to advance to the next round in any discipline at all. How does that make you feel?
Well, no, it's okay. When you come to a competition like this, you expect it. It starts slow sometimes, but the important thing is that there are many more fights ahead of us, many more competitions ahead of us. So we are just waiting to see what will happen in the other.
President Richard Apokavi and the two Ministry of Sports and Recreation, yes, Omo Edomo best wishes Eliama the Black Queen. So Omo Morocco Nyami Adoma Yere SE in game no bit me about on Wednesday ho and any Kevet Edeboani na Oshe said the New City Omo we show all the best all tournaments here. Womo Black Stars Echo World Cup is he and may so Edomo so Morocco into Omo Etrum so Omo Techri Omo Modin Nafi Omo Fat Trophy no Emerald May no honorable sports minister the office and Omo the message my Black Queen said don't come on and the but Black Queen said man after saying not training a course so almost no pressure omo rs and yama ebekuyi pa na omo assure Ghana for say mon vampire enter o machi bibia so beko nti man after training and ija na omo wom and ye don't come on and the but the Black Queens and come on no na under 20 and so wafu and na ye say nyame adoma in game no ye Nigeria for and the airboy ni match na no be pa na coach Masoko na do and come kakari atudo say Ghana ready for game in Nigeria but Nigeria for the on say you no game bia anye small tiene Ghana jollof and Nigerian jollof he and the win coach Masoko na do enkomo well, you have a coach, Masoko do be ready now for your tea said any or also adding in some to the into coach near Vaga camera.
Thank you very much. I think we've prepared enough. The boys are ready. I mean, we play a couple of friendly games before coming here, and I think for now the boys are ready for the impending assignment ahead of us.
Do you have any injury concerns?
Ghana ready and Namia Doma ne and a game no and so Ebaso coach Masoko na do and no na azi eduana for omugu so board my transfer the omoma near bre pie eduana na Samuel Tene do die no announcement no so by long term contract and no more assign a brand no ne into reporter eba and it's a player and say we a player at the my eduana na Samuel Tene do den koma kakra to the first time was signing a contract in the West Ben or the Mediana supporters inti and some kakra or the two after say or sign contract at the Maum. Kobi if you don't mind eba kumase say nations Emmanuel anon komunya and komu pepedu na for no didin koma na mo report aba na say boy no say takwa na ni chiru say media ma fon so afre na ade no atwist a media ma say eho ana branch ya nyame adoma by Wednesday dey so be land watakwa na afi ono so akowie ni de oni ti do ma for mutia na sa branch no say dey say du sana de ne ye no sa pepe na ani omo so twist sa de we no e nkome free ode ba coach nana ya amankwa nso ezi report eba ne say ono so for media assistant coach ono nso ko di dwuma na afi bibia aye kama onima dwuma ye pa okobo dwuma ewo ye kan say media no nkoma eba na Newton Petalati enso the video analyst ono nso ni news room and say media mafo no eno no edi nkoma ono nso edna ni kira media na afi ono akwa video analysis ede ama media mafo no Newton enso news I free ho ede ba ye de wonsam ede ba nti ono nso Newton ni asem keto akra and say easy cry Pampi
there's Africa Champions League no?
Oh yes Pampi uni akosa oh yes uni akosa
wasen na say
o da o na di comment afi no akosa o ti say on sign
because Canada because one to scout
oh yes takwa de kafa ho pa da wonsem no na ye behwe na oh yes ti e ba de da
for players na contractor
no nkwana Debi tuni ase eba ne say dia na wa me yehu de wum na ye gene kwaku anum kwaku
opani udu na do say on a scale of 100 they say
and I saw 20
okay 20 crowd dey ate
20 tackles
also na hasen so man say John Entry Dreams no so mo hwe say o mo ne be wie na a player na yet pre-season with Dreams FC by still na say has eguso mo negotiate say the player player no mo nsabe kan but table no dey offer no daso has for say wo mo ene ne be wie na Solomon Agbasi enso ede no emza anyanyi o South Africa reporter ban say has senka do be bia senka wo mo be keep name reporter ban say Solomon Agbasi there be obuban say also okoje kakra South Africa mountain so eba news
Benjamin Asari and the Munyan
Benjamin DNA still na da form low key na team your baby eba be pone ho ti baby adu ni dem say Agbasi die na also
mate
ti emfancy Newton so de no ye de akiri ozi was 20 but o de adu chira no pa no na ye de more na ba na ye hu baby adu
mate
we be di hu komo pa
all right new
yo transfers new flow
our crowd flow
away baby I call takwano me block ho Mike
I we da block ho na be chance ntwe ni baby a go ben stories
o ye ne call takwano
e fie dada o
ana wo nu Mike no nya adwuma takwa ba ye
baby no Mike akwa me so nya adwuma ho so from what say ba
why adwuma ho
hold him yanko
Mike no station be na ko
akachi shine
how many years pra
oh be to from before Atamils be when George Ahoye speaker of parliament
it is only adwuma ho
what to come say now mention now hina
takwa de miami fie aswode na
takwa de so che
oh takwa na mete takwa yeah na me sister wo enti takwa de miami fie aswode na ye me na menko
20%
but this is just like home
boys are
why
was it 20
obwa
meanwhile so just say more than 20
enkoma wedding na na ibia o de enche
ti won kakra o so mo de na ya say serious discuss will be there no so ni we watch ni wa
yanka na
my WhatsApp info na me say me de oni me say me
we de ba ya betre ya betre
Fabrizio
eno go mu pro no Germany for la
but it's good
Wontumi na me wo message kitwa bi de ma coach Samawodu but I think say message before even delivery no and one ekwe atapoku so ka ho ataso so ka message no ho hwe
see you
yeah hwe ye bo na ye buye emu eniema no very very distant yet you feel so close o say na you be adwene so munim kotoko you be so munim has you be say no go start say no clubs no play hwan eko but o bo no mun start league no the league is very different picture altogether you can start here na coach Samawodu de ne de na medwene ne ho pa say okofa mediema wo enabling environment a boa no ono as a young coach and make yo nyeba emfa trophy na kwajeje na nya asem ka start from mediema bra no nya Hamza ka ho then challenge ne say mediema na mu no at that time not there no waje it's a club the pressure no so pressure almost here almost sorry mu no almost sorry then there's a coach also nyanji bibia an assistant nyanji bibia and not just a ground so no peaceful then you have a leader or you're part of your football in most park me kind of credential me fa bet mensa na ma fa hariza call omumi enum de omusinchi yes me bo yera jojewu me bo loziko mo esusu do maka administrators am back on ho I mean nan say ya no ba yera most park we adwuma pa say yankoma be kwa chiri se besi I love the place they also like my job so much enye ho sem na make but yera most park na mu no as a football administrator no we adwuma your football yi saka bechem sori ba ya no kodu ba bia media ma dru bechem anya stadium said you wo ne dru media ma even half crack ye pe na go stars ba na brekum Chelsea ba na dua na ba ya woni nje adua na akwa Africa o hwe ne stadium o yusu na me kan mamu ni nya asem because me cancer dem ya mo ba yire mo no aye de media ma ba ye de bidom mo kwa Africa ja media ma brekum Chelsea kwa Africa ja media ma ba hwe media ma rise etire bia no me card administrators am bo Hariza call me boy Rahab Betmensa me boy Jojo me boy Loziko e hona quickly me de most park esoso kokoso so on my environment no e enabling e de makosa mabodu but when me afa title be amba e no ko house of folk de omoye ma samabodu coach me nya sure say club betme e be dia ma no in a foreseeable future club and money respect attention am say dey na sorry umprai sorry omoji jino so owura stadium wa so shego shegu yes so she dey no pe wa mo club ni do onye former player o sa respect no kwama nkwam rekumbo mo famo mo ye bona edi akire sa no respect o mo de ma samabodu o house folk no former player bia ni hono baba na nsen ya obenya sa e bia lie mo baba later o mo coaching lance o mo nya no baba but omoji jisa samabodu so papa coach I know so show no me kasi asem so the kind of privilege of the man has for ko abra no nyanje hwe no coach bia beba be jeju so bia no it's a push for yourself hwe the team o hwehwe o kasi o hia we even after inkum ne ovuka no o mo sako fa the scores aso abayo
so na our course time na
our time na wo kana ansambotwe afutu neti
to me
Salif Ibrahim Kodjo Ben Junior my good friend Bani Afriye Suleiman Tari Glassina Wako Obodidi Aziz Nuruddin fantastic six it's a course of what you know has to folk biano na solid man look that job also got him close to the national team conversation yeah Kata 2022 ye scout ye ne ka ho no ko fabric Chelsea environment no na nye enabling squad of the man no na nye dey be pushing it to the house for the man no it become the catch as a coach on quality players they wunya o I'm not saying say Chelsea when quality players but we are speaking in comparison you the be to e bi ho hwe me de ma hwe house folk na afi hwe Chelsea na what shit no papa e ka die no dem relegation or call All Blacks no 3 goals first game of the season said the entire season baby no free Swedro Besra Kobrekum Kwane wa coach obeda bet 3 times because na squad na squad obeko ba bi beko akoshe no aba no ashba ntibekum na pressure ba no so won so dibrika ko aduana no and the conversation ni say me de makọ ho na aduana so akọ kotokoko ho na aduana akọ ho e so ni Atapuku ni best friend ni Atapuku atata the best friend ni hwan
Pepper na
yedu
say do ya hoko
and of far for the buy
yeah Andra better
the contest is the sporting director the one who leads and who coach no someone for them for mu ye na mama nka bi so nchi Atapuku ata see on the media summit media so make kasa me interview yo so wanya sources and farm aduana I am telling you this obi no betime ka kire wo me boss achi adwuma ye wa ashgold na me ho ye ko Africa nyina but anytime obabi na nom say oje trophy masa jai kasa no onye hwe obo so na achi dia na age but me ya me kind of credit akire any team bia ma wo mu na ho me yi di patu mo ye intelligent na dwemu do game num achika ho enso no yeso anye trophy bia wo bo ase enti shut up enti baka shata say ata jibibi o na obabo nti otumi agina so de akasa wa anye hwe oh salaries mitua ntem oh signings me ye oh boa the fans they don't see that the fans no hu a trophy san komo me ne former boss kwasi adu ya hyeche bi me ka tren sesi o se wontumi anyire ho ma trophy ama u firi adwuma no wontumi nkasa
na wona ade trophy aba bi ani
obi antumi modi mbone etiata enne na due na sika ba ho ana mo sane please support close mo bodu no mutumi nye title madam afo apart from title ekwan fa so tua salary fans they don't care ekwan fa so mo come matches in 10 buses obi a o patrol yanko fans they don't care ata obetra radio so obedu mo mic want me anye trophy and farm mama because o kasa o metro messages e bedi do atem na se me mo ka bi kire me yo yawo o coach team bay Mr. Division 2 I'm say what was them say you the second last year you actually the third I'm saying you know so it's a new way kasa na do so do you know so we know say yeah we radio so any yes akoford no yawo in the end no the job is more practical than the theory it will be church more for how we am say no to say coach na coach team bay enti ata you my brother so want to me anyi bibu aduana o kasa anya yi o please okay sir
season we base me your season because
I am praying
this is cabem
I am praying I'm telling you it's your tire ho what cause am board won come ebi ni o wonya won fans e dey ma wi wonya je trophy so so a
me o me she protocol no
etu yeti
Mike Bray now we must have maybe
name so onim ready maybe wait till the court Thursday
okay any Thursday
as coach
any Thursday
now about the Commonwealth Games and we've received some very good news from America to the sprint event 100 meters Azamati I qualify Rashid Saminu and so I qualify to the next stage after more making some impressive runs in their respective heats but okay, performance in Abomwa, it hasn't been the best. It has not been the best. But again, it just goes on to paint the old way I can. It looks like we are beginning to sound like broken records. But it is about the idea. Say, bra, do we expect a bear banching ever Commonwealth Games? And I know we can't. The best they can do is they will impress in their initial attempts. Into check here. It looks like almost every athlete the first attempts, initial ones, almost all of them, they at least improved. Abeku Jackson, or improve, he actually set a national record, was swimming. Then he improved, but it wasn't able to get him to where he was expected to get to. Before and the 200 meters, now Ahmedu Mohammed per boxing, I don't know quarter final or getting closer to a medal. The rest had fallen off, Mbao and Memao. But it wasn't like this. Minim say Shadrack Kenya image nam they are sending na. Your best ever performance. It was the Commonwealth Games. It was in 66 Kingston, Jamaica. Any 9 medals. You have 5 gold medals.
You say now my Rahu.
Yeah. Before that, 62 in Perth, Australia. We had also won a medal haul of 9. But no gold in drew 5. The gold was around 3 or so. Do you get it? And why were we able to perform like this during those times? SA 66 way, medal table ranking all the Commonwealth nations who partook in the games. Yet also number 5th position. So sporting excellence in Ghana no. Debia the etnasia you preaching no. It's not like we've not been able to do that before. We have. But those were the times where there was heavy investment and deliberate investment into the sector. So it was looking at building capacity from the technical point of view and then enabling environment for athletes to develop and become better. They were offered opportunities to test baby Oma who they need drew consistently. Bon ya so athletes ya Oma ko Nigeria, Oma ko ye games Oma ba ya so athletes ya Oma ko ha coaches ya more training. And it even involved football. It is a case of be athletics coach wa being ya train when ya suye hunu and was when ya exposure to the other places. Sanity and Dana. And the story is no. So we will send athletes to major international competitions. You better trust statements they are babonting. We wish you luck and now we need medal ebema say. But again, ye misa ye say, how much have we pumped into training and development to make sure that they are ready to achieve the areas on by achieving? My last a year budget, ye de betu December ho baby. Nancy an year mid-year review, meboa. Budget no mo de tuja. You will see the sports component. But the image now send the Shadrach. Almost sports component na check and that screen is on
one sheet.
The only department or industries or terrain as sports any sikasi for budgeted way tourism and culture, labor, jobs and employment. But in fact, sports to me cover all the sectors. Sports can play a part in education. Sports can play a part in health. Sports again can play a part in the development of roads and highways. Sports can play a part in energy and then green. Gender, children, or more empowerment. Sports. Food and agriculture. Through sports, you can improve that sector as well. Youth development. Sports now, and your youth.
There's so much sports no good.
Exactly. If you make it sports and recreation, now sports no for me 0.21% of Ghana's overall budgetary allocation. Please pay attention. It's serious. As someone make an serious man. No, you will not understand this until I mention the figure.
What do you mean,
Ghana budget.
Still not recreation here.
I send the DGG and any serious idea. We feel an
it's supposed to recreation.
Maybe. Shade. If Ghana budget no say 300 billion sports dear woman no 0.21%.
There's sports no fun for so
and no crown into administrative cost any agency's expenditure at the ministry and no sports budget no and no quite be 60-70% of it. There is not a clear-cut budgetary allocation for development. The Ohuomaye stadia, you see mini stadia 6. In another report, you see 8.
I said the way we're boxing,
exactly.
The way we're athletics,
exactly.
The way we're football.
There is no budgetary allocation for talent development. They are canny to the one I spending on event. Blasters here, more see. So if we are not careful, since we say the Yankupon Yadom, we're able to qualify and participate. But per projections, a time will come where qualification alone would even be a challenge.
Yeah, of course, even now too high.
Oh, the emphasis no crowd here. You look at it differently. But a time is coming where talent now was a developing more true stage before all athletes.
Boxing and medals, no.
Boxing, athletics, volleyball, netball, every sporting sector is crying for investment. I am almost say for say baba I know more the DNA ejuma. What is the budgetary allocation for them to acquire the tools, equipment, or mudi ejuma na up to standard?
This will be able to answer. And we are just coming some more.
So please, ye ma ye nimbre ho. Yamba ye Commonwealth Games me betna ha so partly to be an omo nyade na omo ntimi nje medal.
Training.
I will not do that. Me nye se ejuma no. I will not. Me betna ha ana on the debut omo qualify omo ntimi nje medal. Oh yes sir, you are doing a great service to the commitment, the sacrifice and the years of pain. Some of these guys omo fame. The bigger issue to look at the direction of the state, the country, towards sports and development. Now, sports can help education. Right to dream, model by no morane. Calabrian G, I didn't call World Cup. Or question your first goal with 2026 World Cup. On your science expert, robotics, alternate. Robotics, robot, alternate. Right to dream, the model they run is a football and education.
Yeah. David
Akam Abdulmajid Waris, man, normal mobile. But if they tell you how well they are doing in other sectors, you marvel. Again, sports and education work hand in hand. And Kalami Yama ne Pakubasi mobile in Samsung
exams, yeah.
So men test sports in Tonche Manning yes oh where the omo qualify work back shebi ye be travel at all. No, let's see the bigger picture. Sports alone, in terms of labor, jobs, creating employment, more health industry, physiotherapists, doctors, nutritionists, they can get employed in the sporting industry.
And then it's sports and education. Then it's a supporting schools indirectly.
Fancy.
Almost more campuses. We almost school SHS, money JHS,
nurses here, or maybe school or more train place in it. You specialize in various sports related courses for nurses. A certificate. Yeah, ebi a Ghana School of Sport. Monkwaje be certificate. Already employment will home out. The sporting industry, it keeps growing. There are various sporting disciplines coming on board, and then there are sports clubs that are being set up.
Wontumi.
Into onion nurse and nursing school it is helping to curb the unemployment rate at the grow.
I'm from videos. Omunim dada.
So I don't know, but
Steve. Why tight now? Saying a man function and two cano. Coaching on where they are. Coaching on here. I'm place and one number to be account.
Oh, place the
and I'm alcohol.
Definitely.
Player yet?
Oh, and
talk I said, oh, you 1 week now.
But some boys need to
be beginning the buy and call you move.
Osha said they training sequel like player conditioning now.
So I'm fun serious about they are serious about Omojumana Ebeboa because it's a work classroom, no. Usunya abeko anim. Wa nyare obabi apese ura na de ura. So he's teaching a lot, and I hope say we meet me afani nyina sa na next season and the share be one side nko ani ebo mugu oko. Last season the fair mu ni hu.
The place ne fa de o che nko.
Oh, yeah, be obi abeto.
Hey, da be na be free pa.
Oh, yeah, the obi abeto one side. Oh ha, remember.
Okay, we go see this anko no. Mo nya me videos na mo prepare me videos.
Oh. Bye.
Why?
Come here, G.
Well, Sharak, mo family videos ni mama na fe ahwefo no so yanje omo take na fe yem to aso yemra so